No.
D, I
You're
have
on
a
Oregon
question for
Trail?
you.
That's the wrong game.
Do what,
I got
Claire?
it.
Has that TV always been there?
No, we just hung it up.
Okay.
No.
Ah!
We need to mute. Oh, okay.
with
Yes, perfect timing.
Oh, turn it on
We go
again.
live and shows crap. Crap.
Welcome in, my friends. Welcome back to Reality Break, where we take a break from the real world to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Wait, D, you should have zoomed in when you.
I didn't.
Next time.
It's okay. We will
Next
say we
time.
always say it multiple times throughout the stream. Just
We
remember
do.
to do it next time, D, or you get an F.
No, that means I have to open the EBS.
Yes.
EBS. We hope
An
you have been
EBS
having
special.
a lovely week. We have been having a
viewers like
lovely
you.
week. We hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We hope that you have been safe during your Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday stuff going on. It is still Giving Tuesday. If you have a what the this is the one I lost my
Charity.
words. If you have a charity,
A
that you
charity,
like
a
to support.
non-profit.
Yes. Anything like that you like to support, please make sure to make a charitable donation for Giving Tuesday. But it is also Taco Tuesday for Dungeons and Dragons.
Go Dungeons and Dragons!
We are super, super happy to see you, as you can see, and we are also really excited to announce some new stuff that we've got going on. But as official and customary on the Reality Break streams, please do let us know if you can hear us. Everyone say hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Let us know how we sound. Let us know if the music is too loud, too quiet, anything like that. If we're muted, well, I guess you've missed the whole spiel, and that's it.
Let's do it again.
We're doing the stream in mime.
Hey! You sound very muted.
You're muted. I can't hear you.
No, not
Yeah.
muted. You just sound distant.
Muffled.
Like
muffled
your
and
mic cut off or something. Is it charged? Is it dead?
No? Can
Your
you hear
mic.
me?
I can
Yes,
hear
you're
I
good.
can hear Bill.
Then it's
No?
It sounds like you're talking
like-
through Bill's mic somehow.
Yeah, it's like your lavalier
Is your
guy.
mic off?
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Are you serious?
We just charged them. We just charged them. Let me see this. We will use this for a moment. Let me see your mic for now. Just for now.
Hello, everyone.
So it's charged up a bit. Okay. Oh, I'm throwing things around. So anyway, hey, listen. What was I saying about technical difficulties?
I
When
don't
we
know. We
reality
never had
break stream-
technical difficulties. What's a
It-
technical difficulty?
Don't know what you're talking about.
What is that?
Yeah, you know everything's perfect. We are pro streamers over here.
Pro stream.
One day when we grow up,
Yeah, I've got a very
Yeah.
professional, not at all jinky setup that won't fall apart.
Yes, Claire
And
joining
I'm
us from a new location, wonderful location. Tony's just over there being awesome, and he's gonna tell us all about clips.
clips you say.
That's
Hey,
all I heard.
so D, get yourself
I heard
together.
Clint. I was like, who's Clint?
I'm gonna tell you about Clint Eastwood. He is a famous director and actor who's kind of a crotchety old man and kind of weird. But anyway, so clips. Clips are a thing that you can do when you're watching the stream. If you see something fun, if you see something funny, if you see something memorable, if you see something entertaining, you can click. You can go on your screen. You click the little clapper, and that will give you up to a minute's worth of the stream you're watching, and then you can condense it down, you can title it, you can do all kinds of fun stuff with it, and then you can post it. And it'll help the algorithm, and you never know, you may see your clip make it into our Clips Reel rotation. It may even be featured on one of our many social media outlets. So go ahead, clip a moment on the stream if you find it funny, memorable, and not because we're peer pressuring you to.
No peer pressure at all.
Pressure.
Our content
Back to you in the
is made,
studio.
our content is
A
made
little peer
possible by
pressure.
viewers like you,
With peer
The more
pressure.
you know.
and a little bit of peer pressure. So we also have our exciting partnerships to announce. I will let Dee and Christy fight it out for whether they want to tell you about Hexwoods or Dragon's Nest.
Once more, go!
Oh.
Bill says
Dee,
roll
you
for
go
initiative.
Oh god.
I didn't drink that tea today.
Right. I'm drinking chai. So, we just got a new partnership with Dragon's Nest Deliveries. It is 15% off of your purchase if you use code RealityBreak. That is a capital R and a capital B, all together one word. 15% off either a one-time purchase or a subscription. It is really cool. You get all sorts of cool little trinkets. There's stickers, minis. We got dice, resin dice, metal dice, and some candies. You also get a one-shot, copyright-free music, all sorts of goodies in this. And it comes in a cute little box that's just... It's exciting. It's a very exciting time.
Yeah.
And subscription boxes are just fun. It's like a little present to yourself every month. I
I'm
love them.
so excited for this one. Yeah.
I have so many of them. Actually, it's a problem.
It's like a reward.
It is.
And Christy, why don't you tell us about our other amazing collaborator, partner, whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, our other partner is Hexwood Creations, which I'm going to show off my amazing dice box. It's very precarious because I have my brand new Dragon's Nest dice lined up here. Oh god, and I'm throwing them across the room.
And there they go.
There it goes.
There they go. Where was that? There it is. Okay.
What'd you roll?
So this is the magnetic dice box that has a rolling tray as a lid, and that goes together, and they're very strong magnets, and they're beautiful and lovely. And over at Hexwood makes them all by hand. And he also makes signs and dice towers and all sorts of other cool wooden things. He takes commissions. So you should go check him out. And if you use code RB20, capital R, capital B20, you'll get a little bit of a discount on his stuff. And it'll also let him know that we sent you. But I have a box. Tony has a box. I'm actually planning on buying an insert for mine because, as I said, I have too many dice. Yeah, and they're like, this is a one solid piece, but he makes striped wood like that. He does some that have like resin in them with different colors. They're really cool, and they're really nice. Like, they're very nicely made. So go check out hexwoodcreations.com and check out his store.
Yeah, and it's amazing. And like Christy said, and it also applies to Dragon's Nest, when you use our codes, you are letting them know that you found them through us, which is a really big help to us. And it's a really wonderful way to support us and get some awesome things for yourself in the meantime. We've got some other partnerships
Small
we're working
businesses
on
in general.
teasing out, so keep your eyes open. We're really excited about it. So Claire, do you want to tell folks where they can hang out when we're not on stream? The exclusive place only for people who like Reality Break?
Yeah, so first of all, if you are in this special place, you're one of the cool kids officially. So you definitely want to be in there. You get your free cool kid ticket. That would be in our Discord, where you can talk about all the nerdy shit you want to. We've got Dungeons and Dragons in there. We've got memes. We've got all kinds of stuff. You can find people to start a... Huh?
No, it's just...
You said
Keep going.
Now you interrupted my flow.
I'm sorry.
She had a flow. Now we gotta stop. Now we gotta restart, reset, and go.
Okay.
Derailed immediately.
Derailed.
Yeah,
That's it. That's
you
it.
can find
That's an
your
emote.
own people to play with, that maybe won't interrupt you when you're talking. Too.
Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely.
And derail your own little sessions.
Did you know that if we got a derailed emote, that would be Bill's favorite thing in the world? It should have a train on it.
Hey Bill, can you tell us about
Or
trains?
just a picture of D.
Making
that face right there.
But yeah,
That's the one.
thank you, Claire.
That's
we
about
absolutely love having people come to hang out in our Discord, the break room, only for official breakers like you.
I would like to point out,
PBS.
I did not get my cool kids ticket, so I don't know what that means.
Well, I hate to inform you, Tony.
Owners are
Oh,
not
no.
eligible for cool kid tickets.
Roasted.
We're already cool kids.
We're the cool
We're
adults.
the epic
That's who we are.
kids. Yeah. Oh, we're raffling you. Sorry, that's the thing. You are the cool kid ticket, you know?
In Soviet Russia, ticket is you.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
what else?
I believe,
on
other than the
track.
fact that we are expanding onto YouTube, as you all know, our reruns can be found over there on YouTube. We've got some other socials going on. We have a presence on Instagram and a few of other places where you can check out our link tree. That will be expanding as we have more places for you to find us. Am I forgetting anything?
TikTok. Go follow us
the
on
TikTok.
TikTok.
How
We're
could I
doing
forget the TikTok?
lives about once every other week or so.
Yeah.
Last week, actually, I did a character creation because I had to make a character for another session anyway, and it ended up being really fun. So I might do some more of those. Maybe I'll make backup characters because apparently I need them.
Oh,
You can never
So-
have too many backup characters.
It's so sad when a
For
character
those that
dies.
don't know, one of my character in a different campaign, not on stream, one of my characters died, and I had to scramble and make a backup character. But this is different. This is
F in the
Christmas
chat.
themed one shot.
Or Christy's
Did your
dead
character at least die heroically?
Does falling off a wall after being knocked unconscious and then rolling a nat 1 on the death save count?
No.
Because no, there were like 3 different ways I could have avoided dying too. It was very sad.
That's
yeah. You
fake.
tried just
Right.
not dying.
The dice tell the
I should
story.
have tried that harder. The dice definitely told the story. Yes, it was.
You didn't
you
try not
now
dying
you get to
hard
be an
enough.
angry little, what was it? An angry little Jedi, right?
A Mandalorian. I'm
Mandalorian.
a very tiny, angry Mandalorian.
That's my
Sniper.
4-year-old
Mandalorian
son right
sniper.
now. That's my 4-year-old son right now. He is a small, tiny, angry Mandalorian.
I love it. That's great.
Straight up.
Yeah, I don't know how I forgot about the TikTok. We are over 1,000 followers now. Christy and Dee have been
Mhm.
going on live every here and there. Christy's been doing a lot of that, spearheading that, and it's been a lot of fun. Check out our tidbits of the week too. Those are a lot of fun to look at.
Yep. I just recorded the next several weeks, so there's
Nice.
going to be some good ones. I'm excited.
Don't miss all of that. So, I do believe we have covered all of the spiel business for tonight, and it is time to do the thing.
I'm ready.
Hello and welcome back, my friends. Welcome to the world of Ocerrya, the expanding horizons. When last we left our characters, our players, they had breakfast. They had done a lot of discussions. Ashtrena had come to the Longbeard household after Ramasha, because Ramasha showed up early to try to bap Dominic, not knowing it was his birthday, and then quickly saying that it was for birthday baps. the family was having breakfast and going over some old paperwork of Roland's, trying to look for some clues to do with Ashrin's very vivid dream that was quite unsettling after the not unsettling dream of meeting her wonderful, beautiful owl companion, sort of a soul companion almost. Roland, unfortunately, did not have a lot of direct knowledge on, other than the fact that he realizes that it seems like this, if it's taking place now, is taking place on the other continent, the big continent the other big continent that he hasn't been to across the big sea of Abred. But knows that he's heard little whispers about the family that is assumed to be involved with this scenario here, and probably knows some contacts that might at least be able to get him pointed in the next direction. Ramasha came and amongst, or after breakfast, I believe, shared some information that on their island, his first mate and second mate were actually sent in with orders to order extra food because their island had intercepted as the 7th in the last 5 or 6 years of Black Sail ships trying to make dock in what they thought was a safe place for them, but has been taken over by the freedmen. And so there are about 24 new souls on the island from somewhere in the south, some sort of revolution busting going on in the south, that the Black Sails were bringing prisoners to wherever they bring them. And they were intercepted, and the pirates were essentially probably dealt with in the way that all the freedmen like to deal with the pirates. And but that Ramasha he had helped contribute a little more money so they could get a little more goods, and he had actually told his friends he would not be coming back with them. And so it sounds like he planned on trying to get back in touch with his friends, so that maybe the plan had changed. And it is Dominic's 16th birthday, as he is learning to read this letter from his mother. I don't think I missed anything. Isn't that about where we left off?
Yeah, I think we left off actually with Ramasha and Roland explaining the mission.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah, they hadn't explained it yet.
Because Ashrin was tired of being on the outskirts of that conversation all the time, when she was just as well known to Ramasha as Roland is. And especially now as she has gained some of this martial knowledge, she's like, stop treating me like a princess. I want to know what's going on. Kind of thing.
But the problem is she is kind of a princess, Your Highness.
My bad.
Don't. I get enough of that.
Take it away, my players.
Well, the last thing I had in my notes is that we were standing by the docks showing Dominic the ocean.
Oh, that's right. You had gone down
correction,
there.
we were standing in the continental crotch. Standing Dominic.
Yes, that's
showing
right.
Dominic
the continental crotch.
I did
had it
write
down, but I do remember that.
Yes, Hazelport
showing Dominic
located
the
in
ocean
the
and the docks and the size of the ship that Ramasha's crew sails, and that we had discussed sailing with Ramasha's crew to the island to either look for Miro amongst this group of new people, or at least information about him. And then Ramasha fully explained the mission, which for those who might not know, the mission is based to destroy the Black Sail, or a pirate organization.
Just the last sentence.
You went super robotic, so we missed all of that.
No, just the last sentence.
Somebody else summarize it then.
No, we only missed the first few words. You said the Black Sails the mission is about destroying an organization called the Black Sails, who are pirates or whatever.
Who are pirates and slavers. It's freeing slaves and destroying slavery.
Yep.
I understood you. I speak robot.
Tomo.
I'm glad somebody does.
Mr. Roboto. Yep. So
that's my robot.
All right. So at that point, and that was after we'd already talked to Olga. Wow, I can't believe I forgot her name. We'd already talked to Olga about her joining up with us, so we were just kind of now just trying to figure out. He's going to go talk to his
There's
you
a
had
lot of
actually.
noise
Sorry, we
happening.
lost our mics again. So you had actually talked to Olga. That was the only reason I unmuted. I forgot that you had actually gone to her this morning.
Yeah, so that's mostly what we did yesterday, actually, or last time.
Yeah.
We went to Olga's shop, talked to Olga, and Ramasha, I basically remember telling her, I didn't take extensive notes on that because Ashrin was not really there for that part of the conversation. But what I recall is that Ramasha basically told Olga that she always has a choice, and that if she really wants to get back at the Black Sails, then the best thing is for her to help
Okay.
us.
Yep. All right. Now I remember. Okay.
Barely, like very distant.
Is that a little bit better?
Yes.
That should be good, yeah.
A little bit.
You don't have to face it at me. Just keep it in the middle like that.
But it needed to be in front of us if we do that. So it needs to be like that.
Okay, that's fine. There we go. All right.
Sorry, folks.
Technical.
Oh, good.
But also, really, I was trying to keep it close to your mouth when you're talking, so we're not loud.
Okay.
I can definitely do this.
There we go. I love it. All right, let's go.
All right, my friend, what are we doing now?
I think the plan is where I don't. When were you planning on sailing? Because isn't that what we decided? Is that we're gonna go to the island and?
Yes. Well, I must say that I wasn't actually planning on leaving just yet. I in fact told them that I was not going to be going with them. So I need to make contact with them. If you'd like to come with me, this is an excellent time to go do so you can meet them. Otherwise, if you have any other things you need to tie up before we go, maybe that would be something good to do now if it's going to be...
But I'm asking.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is like, when were they planning? Like, is it days? Is it a week? Like, what are we looking at
I
for
do
a
believe
timeline?
it's going to be a matter of days. So if you have something extensive you need to take care of, now's the time to do it. Otherwise, we could go speak with them now and find out when exactly they will be leaving.
Yeah.
Just quitting my job count as extensive?
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Well-
You could just quit it right now.
Fair.
All right. Well, I would. How far of a sail is it from here to your island?
How long is that?
About a week.
It's a week? About a week.
All right. Well, that's gonna be because I gotta have a conversation with Natasha. And if it's gonna be in a couple days, we're not sailing out right away. Then Dominic, you and I can we could go forth and we could finally do the rite of passage that's been brought down from my family for generations now.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Definitely don't want any part of that.
Oh, it's
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
you think it's that bad? It's really not. I don't know why everybody always just reacts like that when I say it's ready for you to become a man. Like, I don't get why they just instantly react like that. It's so bizarre.
It's
Because
Well-
I thought turning 16 was just becoming a man, but apparently it's not.
I mean, do you all have the
There's
paint
more.
and the ceremony as well? Or is that just something that we did?
Paint!
That sounds like a thing for you. It sounds like because I know every family has different traditions. So
I mean, I could certainly get
really-
my paws on some paint.
I'd rather you not paint me, please.
Oh, we don't do the painting.
There's not
So
going to
glad
be
I'm
paint,
not a
right,
man.
Roland?
It's the old ladies of the
Yeah,
village.
yeah.
They're the ones that do the painting.
no, ours
Not
does not
painting
involve
you.
painting. It involves a hammer, an anvil, fire, and crafting something that you're going to be bonded to for the rest of your life.
You might enjoy the paint better. It's sounding like it's dangerous
I've already
now.
got a bow.
Right, and that's good. But I think this will be something that'll be meaningful to you as well. And I'm looking for, and like you, like at this point, Roland is kind of like when he's saying this, he's kind of like staring off into the distance a bit when he's saying it. And he's like, this will be something that will make you a part of the family. And hopefully you'll be able to, that'll help guide you in the days going forward, in the years going forward, that, you know, no matter where you're at, you've always got a home.
So while he says that, Dominic is just kind of like, he's confused and like, how am I gonna make a bow with metal and a hammer, and like metal doesn't bend for bows, like there's no give in that. And like you can see that kind of thought process going through his head. And then as soon as you say part of the family and keep talking, he just like super softens and like tears start welling up in his eyes. And then as soon as you stop tucking, he just bear hugs you.
Aww.
And Ashford
Picks you up off the ground. Your feet are floating.
That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine.
Ramash is behind him, looking at you going, toss him. Toss him.
And then he's gonna drop you really quick and, oh, sorry, I guess, part one of becoming a man is not to cry.
No.
No.
That is
You cry whenever you want to.
That's what exactly. First rule of being a man is knowing that emotions are okay. It's okay to have them regardless of what they are.
That is part of the blue paint. You put the blue paint on it, it represents crying.
I still don't want to pant.
No, I'm really looking forward to coming to your island because I'm definitely curious now.
I don't...
How do you get the pant out of your fur?
With soap and water, what do you use to get out of your fur?
Not have fur.
What is that on your head?
Hair.
That's what this is.
It's people hair.
But
People
it's
fur.
everywhere.
So anyone who wishes to come with me, you'll get to meet my friends, and we can get the show on the road. I'm not saying we are leaving immediately. I hope we're not leaving immediately. If we are, I need to pack up on cheese.
Well, that's, I think, and you can, and at this point he kind of like he's snapped into like regimental commander kind of mode where he's like, well, that's why we're gonna need that's why you're gonna need to touch base with your folks, let them know how long it's gonna be till we head out. Ashwin, you'll probably need to head back to work and let them know whether you're gonna be coming back or if you could take a 3 week leave of absence.
Let me see that real quick. Roland and Ashrin you've both been working there, like, I mean, obviously, Roland, you've been working there a long time, but Ashrin, you've been working there a while, and unless you think you've never left, you have the freedom to be like, I need to take some time off. You're not the only hostess there.
Yeah, no, I think Ashford has definitely, like, taken side trips for her patron occasionally, but probably not more than a couple of days.
Right. This would be a long one.
Yeah. So I just need to talk to my boss, whose name is escaping me because I didn't write it down.
I
have it somewhere. I'll look it up. It's fine. No, just continue with them.
Yeah.
While I look it up, it's fine.
Yeah, alright. Well, alright, and then we probably should, because at this point, is Olga still inside her shop? Because you didn't come outside with us, Olga, did you?
I think so.
Yep, she's gonna set up her arrangements for who's running the shop while she's gone.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, the dog. Leave the dog in charge.
Is she gonna mention her or them? Or no?
We already know about the dog.
No. Is she going to mention who she's calling?
Oh.
Alright, well...
She's calling the local singles hotline.
This seems to be a
There we
lot
go.
near you.
Yeah. Alright, so it says, so at this point, Roland's like, alright, so it sounds like we're gonna probably need at least a day for everybody to kind of figure out, like Ramasha said, tie up loose ends or, let people know what's going on for those that need to know. So it's what? Midday? Lunchtime? Okay. So why don't we all kind of split up real quick? Go do what we need to do. We'll meet up. Ramasha, we should probably meet up back at your place. After you check in with your people to let them know.
You want to meet at my place? I suppose we can.
Do you have a more preferred? Do you have a more preferred location?
Do you have the map up? No.
What for what?
Where is my place compared to?
You're in the docks. You're staying in the docks.
Yeah. Where's Roland's place?
Roland's in the old district. I don't think I have Hazel.
Like on the other side of town.
Okay.
Oh my god. There we go.
I think we might be better off all meeting at the gate, where
Well, the docks is where you'd be setting out from.
This is true, but that's if we're leaving from there.
Okay.
But it's still going to take time to load all the food.
Right. They'll be coming from the farm, but your boarding house might be a good place to meet.
Okay.
And I think that's what Ramasha might have been suggesting.
Well, and that's
Roland.
yeah, and also know that's where your people would be meeting you.
Right.
So we would be meeting. That would make sense to meet up
You
there
have to check
with
out.
them as opposed to trying to. Yeah.
I mean, okay. I just, it's not a place I would take someone that I'd really appreciate their company.
Did Dominic notice that mention?
That was my point.
No,
Ouch.
I was writing down notes. What did you say?
Talk about lizards. That's fine.
No thoughts on little lizards.
And it was basically a stab at you about
What
how he didn't
happened?
really like you. He didn't really like you.
No,
So,
Rude.
I was
I'll
saying.
sniff your coat. Don't make me.
You already did.
No, I was saying how. I don't know if I'd really want to bring people around that place. It's a little shabby, but I don't tend to bring people around there that I like.
Ashwin's gonna interrupt at this point and just say, "Look, if we want to just meet in the central court, we could do that too in the town square. It's
All
pretty
right, that'll
central
work.
for everybody."
That works for me.
All right, that'll work. All right, so we should probably meet here at or meet there at what, first light? Would that be enough time
Tomorrow?
for?
I'm going to be finding
Oh,
you long before then.
yeah, I thought you were talking.
All right, so do we want to?
Like,
What about
All
dinner?
right, so. All right, we can meet up there. We'll meet up there for dinner.
I'll be finding you within the next couple hours.
All right.
Could we go to that stand again?
the best.
I thought it
think-
was like a couple of hours to get out to the Cozy Salmon or wherever.
The
I'm
outs-
misremembering.
Oops, the outskirts of town is about max an hour from the center of town.
Okay.
Well, I'm up for suggestions for whatever. I like meeting at the central. That was a good call, Ashwin. I mean, do we think we even need to wait until dinner, or do we want to meet
Sorry.
back there in a couple hours?
Sorry.
Or...
And if anyone was referring to the fact that they might need till morning, that's fine too. I just didn't realize, like, yeah, it's all up to you. If someone was thinking they would need till morning or something.
Well, I would say maybe I'd have until morning because I gotta let Natasha know what's going on, and then I'll probably need to loop Ruby in at this point. Still don't want to tell Ogden about what's going on, but Ruby should at least know. And then I gotta go let the guys over at the Rusty Bucket know what's going on. So, because they know me
Yeah,
as a
time
trapper.
of day.
All right.
What's that?
Look, let's all meet up for dinner. We could do it in the main square, and then we can catch up on everything and find out when we're actually going to be going, because that'll help. That'll help figure out how long we have to do all this stuff.
Yep.
And-
And then we gotta
it's a
figure
nice
out how
time
much.
where Ramasha doesn't have to track everybody down.
I like it. Good plan, Ashton.
That's what I'm here for.
But
That's why she's got the brains.
I like tracking.
And she does.
I actually probably do.
Aw.
Looking at my stacks.
She's a good tracker. All right. Well, I am going to head off to have a very difficult conversation, another very difficult conversation, and then another very difficult conversation, and then one that'll be slightly easier. So, so I'm looking forward to meeting up with you all. Yep. What's up? Oh yeah, it's gonna be a peach, and then hopefully tomorrow, Dominic, if time allows, we will get the we'll talk more about that rite of passage and actually see if we can get it done. So that'll be good. And
okay.
I pat him on the back.
As Roland walks away, Dominic is gonna like lean over to Ashrin and just go, "How long does it take to become a man?"
Why on earth are you asking me?
Ramasha's going to lean in.
We're going to have
About
a
18
few
years.
days. 18? So why am I having this talk now? I'm only 16.
Look, I think that, granted, my perspective is different, that every person becomes an adult in their own time, in their own way, and it's defined for them in ways that don't necessarily make sense for everybody else. I don't know if being a man is any different than being a woman, but that's what I've found, and for Roland, this tradition is very important for him and his family. And I'm guessing that you don't know your family's tradition. My family's tradition was, well, you can carry your own money now, so congratulations. And hold a job. So there's that. I didn't have a particular rite of passage, but I think that you have to decide if you feel like an adult, and maybe you don't, despite your age, and that's fine too. But maybe you do already because you've been on your own for so long. They can't tell you, is what I'm trying to say. No one can tell you. You have to decide that for yourself.
Oh. Okay.
That sounds pretty rough, Ashwin. I'm terribly sorry to hear this.
Yeah. I've got...
To hear what?
That sounds like an incredibly
Well,
rough
let me tell you
childhood.
something else that you boys might not know. But becoming a woman is a lot different.
Preach.
And quite frankly happens a lot earlier than it does for a man, I'm just saying. And there's some very physical things that happen that Roland might have an inkling about, but
I'm really glad Roland's not here right now for this.
oh, did he already walk away?
Yeah, I pat him on the back and just walk away because.
Oh, okay, I missed that part.
Oh, no. No, I am assuming that Ramasha knows quite a bit.
Yeah, you've had children.
And also, we lived in a tribe.
Oh, that's right. I don't know. Does Asher know that Ramasha had children before? I don't know that he's shared that much.
No.
Yeah.
But Ramasha's instantly just like,
You go through like a transformation.
He's
It's like a snake. Do you shed your skin?
No, but there are some pretty obvious physical changes and things that happen about once a month or so.
In fact,
You go through this every month, so it is like shedding a skin.
Shedding something, that's for sure.
Oh God.
Ferocious. Ferocious is more like it. But I will tell you, Dominic, you'll go through some changes as well. Someday you'll be a man.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Someday. I tell you what, you will know you're a man when cheese smells like fruit. Goodbye.
Ramasha's going to walk away.
Don't listen to him.
Ashrin, please give yourself a point of inspiration.
I don't
I already
want to
have
know.
one, I think, but okay.
Oh, that's got it. Yeah. Is that your prologue or birthday?
It's my birthday. I
Okay,
use
prologue and
one.
birthday are special, so you can have one on the deck, but I can't let you have another one on the deck.
I just...
Oh, you left?
Okay, this
Okay.
is really complicated. I'm sorry I ever mentioned it was my birthday.
Birthdays are special, though. They don't have to mean that you're becoming an adult or having any changes.
They've never
It's just
been
a
special
fun day.
before.
It's just a fun day to celebrate yourself.
Why?
And for other people to celebrate you. Well, when else are they
Celebrate
gonna do
what?
it? This is a
Doesn't
nice
do
day on the
anything.
calendar. No, it doesn't necessarily.
But I didn't do anything. Why do I need celebrated?
Because you're you. And you're here with us, and you're fun.
And a reminder, it is Sunday, the 14th of Pale Sun, or Fantasy May.
I just wrote down Fantasy May.
Okay, I'm not going to argue. I just don't really understand why it's so important.
It's not, I mean, important isn't quite the right word, but it's... Our lives are hard enough, you know, just getting from day to day, that it's nice to have a day to just be appreciated and let other people take care of you, and that's kind of what your birthday is supposed to be about.
But it makes me feel awkward. Because I'm not used to it, I suppose.
Yeah,
I never really
this
got
time
to
next year
do
you'll be an old
anything-
hat.
Well, I never really did anything growing up. Mum would always make me like a small pastry or something, but that's really all that we could afford. It wasn't... I never got a gift. I never got a hammer
But
with
that-
an anvil and things. I don't really understand.
I think that the hammer and the anvil and everything is more for Roland than for you specifically. He wants to show you that he cares about you and he wants you to belong with us, with his family, and it's not necessarily... I think it's more for him. And you know, that I would just go along with it. I tell you what, I never got a hammer and an anvil. Maybe it's because I was 16 when I came already.
I suppose. I fully plan to go along with it. I just don't. I don't know what to expect, but I have an idea of what I want to ask him to make. I don't know if he knows how to make it, because it's not a warhammer. It's not a weapon at all, actually.
It's what do you want to ask?
I'd like some tools, but some custom tools for leatherworking.
I bet he can make that.
And a note.
Warhammer is...
Oh, sorry. When you're done.
Warhammer is probably a lot more complicated, and I could tell you that Natasha can make just about anything.
That was the only thing I was going to say. It wouldn't even... The Ashran at least would remember. It wouldn't be Roland making it. Natasha's the blacksmith. And she'd be able to help him make whatever worked for him.
I'd be willing to bet that Natasha's going to help, and she can make anything. She's just a wonder.
She really is. How did he land her?
I have no idea.
I should ask.
The line! Be thrilled to meet you! That was the line! Remember?
Oh, we remember!
We remember! It's called role-playing, man.
Call me Rislin Longbeard.
Yes, but...
No, they don't. They really, really don't.
Somebody clip that!
Okay.
We can also remember that and still have no idea how that worked.
Yeah, that's very valid.
Very valid.
Okay, so I'm just gonna... Alright, well, I guess everyone's going on their way. Roland's already gone. You're going to your work.
You can come with me if you want. It's up to you.
Wait, are you going to the bar? You going to the pub?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of want to test out that immunity that I got.
Oh, absolutely. We got some stuff you could try. Tobin should have had that shipment of Fireball whiskey by now, I imagine. So, yeah, Fireball whiskey.
Remind me of the immunity?
If not, we've got to.
What?
Yeah.
Remember
when we did the
that was
potions
the mystery
or whatever?
potion from last time.
Oh, that's right.
That
How
was
many
the one
days?
that I got. Dominic 5 days. He's
Fine.
Can't
Cheese
tell.
Okay.
Louise.
We are back on. Okay,
I'm a void
reconnection
today.
successful, and only a brief blue screen on Twitch, so that should be good. Welcome back, everybody. You didn't miss anything. We did notice it right away. I had just asked... I can't remember what I asked. I asked them something for clarification.
Dominic is immune.
Oh,
to
about
alcohol
the
for 5
immunity.
days.
That's right, because someone did a mystery potion last week.
That's right.
Well,
Alright,
so
well, why don't you come
did
with
so
me?
did Ramasha, but he just got feathers.
Yes,
He got
that's
a
right.
beard.
He sneezed him
A
out.
feather
A
beard.
feathery beard.
I
Nope.
got alcohol immunity.
And they're
Perfect thing for a
selected
child.
special time, yeah.
Great.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm not a child. I'm a man.
No.
I'm a man!
I'm a robot.
We just had that conversation.
Yeah.
All right, so off they were headed. I guess Dominic's now excited to go with Ashrin as she goes to talk to her employer because he wants to drink himself silly.
Yeah.
Except for he can't.
I want to try all the things and not have any repercussions.
A teenager's dream.
I was just saying, aka a teenager.
Happy
Reliving my
birthday,
glory
Dominic.
days.
Except you go for the stronger stuff first as a teenager and regret it later.
Yeah. All right, so
Yes,
Roland
very
went off.
accurate.
Valid.
Roland went home to because you need to talk to Natasha about who you're talking to and how you're talking about it.
The guild. Well,
or
I'd
you
be
went
going
to
the
the Gilded Hammer. Yeah. Okay. And
because she would have opened up shop and
Okay.
all that. So
and Ramasha went off to see if he could meet up with his crewmates. Are you going to head off to the farm? Okay, so he went off to Honeydew Farm.
Is the place on the way?
Is what on the way?
My
Your boarding house is not on the way. You were, yeah, actually, technically, because you're in the docks, you guys
Yeah.
were at Olga's.
It is.
So yeah.
make sure they're not there.
Oh, you're gonna peek there first. Gotcha. And then Dominic's going with Asher, and Olga's doing her thing, making some calls. So let's start. Actually, Asher, do you want to break?
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
nice.
Let's start with Olga. So this group has left you with a proposition that seems pretty promising compared to anything you've ever heard before. You felt pretty alone before and like there was no one that was ever going to stick up for you, and that's what your guild told you. There's no one there to stick up for us, so don't bother making trouble. And these people seem to have a different idea about things. And there's been a little bit of money where their mouth is. A little bit. You don't know these people, but there seems to be... It seems to be that there was, to me, from an outside perspective, it seems like there was a little bit of one of those gut feelings or some sort of a connection at the beginning there that sort of is leading Olga to think that this might be something worth pursuing. So she's at her shop with her pup. These people have just left. What's going on?
So she is thinking about who's going to run the shop. She has a very specific person in mind who should be arriving soon, at least before they leave, that she could maybe ask to run things and prove their worth. So.
Is it that this person stops in regularly, or she's due to stop in because it's just about time kind of thing, like as far as if it's more in between things, or is she there regularly? Sorry, I asked that weirdly.
Somewhat regularly, Olga will send her to do things for the store, and then she'll come back after she's done said thing.
So she is expecting her back today?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so as she's sort of like cleaning up from the morning conversation and Bruno's following her around, nibbling up any crumbs he can get, chasing off any rats he sees or hears, and growling around, running around not a pup. He's like a young dog, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's not a puppy, but he's still, he's got the energy. And tinkles the bell, not a customer, because you don't really get that many customers. And you hear the sing-songy voice, "Oh, Miss Olga, I'm back!" A very recognizable voice of a young woman who tends to help in your shop. And this blonde, bouncy, curly-haired elf walks in.
Oh, Penelope, I trust your business that you had to attend to went well.
Oh, yeah, we're always chasing people left and right, trying to get them to see the light, and it was a little bit of a tricky one this time, but, it's all set. Oh, and Grax sends his regards. I saw him running around in Hazelport with those, what is it? The low elves.
Oh, I forgot they were a thing.
Oh, yeah.
How was that?
Well, you know Sindel, all talk, big britches. Yeah, she's doing her thing. As far as, last I knew, they were getting ready to do some big deal in Fraymore. They were going to make some big money, I guess.
Well,
Get wrecked.
As long as they don't interfere with anything here, I suppose they can do what they want.
Yeah. Sindel knows to keep herself clear of the cities. She knows that she needs to be in if she wants to be, running any operations in any of the cities. Poor Grack, though. He's falling around like a puppy. I gave him some of those rings you gave me. I had a couple extras. He really appreciated it. You know how he is.
Yeah, I hope you'll make an appearance sometime soon. I would like to speak to him again sometime.
I'll make sure to let him know if I see him, too. So, and she's sort of like poking around at the pastries, licking a finger, poking in. What you got going on lately? What's going on around the shop?
Well, actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Would you be comfortable taking the reins for a little bit?
Oh, sure. Just like a couple days like I usually do?
Might be a little bit longer this time.
Oh. Well, I mean, if I am going to be off my own jobs, no offense, we might need to talk about a little bit of compensation. But, I don't mind watching the shop for you. You know me, Miss Olga.
Oh, I assure you, you'll be paid fairly. I met a group of people who might be able to take care of that little black sales problem, or at the very least, get started on taking care of that black sales problem, and I am going to go with them to this island, and we're going to see what happens there. So I'll be gone for a little bit.
Okay, she went white when you were take care of the black sales problem, and she's like, that sounds real nice, but maybe you shouldn't tell me anymore, because I don't want to know anymore in case anyone comes asking me questions, because sometimes I get talking, and so it sounds like a good deal for you. Well, let me know if it works out, but be careful. And she was very serious. The sweetness is gone from her voice.
They seem pretty capable, like a pretty capable group. I think I'll be fine, but this is something I need to do. And you're the person I trust the most to make sure things are taken care of here with the side business and everything.
Yeah, I can take care of the shop. I got family in the city, Miss Olga. I don't want to know more than I need to in case they're asking questions.
Well, you don't have to know any more, just that you'll be here a little more often for a little while.
I planned on sticking around town. I'm cool with that. It's almost my sister's birthdays, so, it's always a big affair. They're almost 16, so it's going to be a big deal this summer.
Speaking of birthdays, one of them just had their 16th.
Oh man, don't you let Pebble and Penny get hands on them.
Well, I mean, they'd have to cross paths, and I'm not sure. He seems a little shy and unsure, so I'm not sure he'll know what to do with himself if those two got a hold of him.
Well, they'd think that's all the better. So yeah, I guess you better steer him clear of the rusty bucket.
Well, anyway, I think I will be taking Bruno with me too.
So she's been absentmindedly petting him the whole time. You're taking Bruno, and Bruno's licking her face, and she's like, I can watch him, Miss Olga.
I'm sure he's been cooped up in this shop for so long. I'm sure he'll appreciate getting out.
Yeah, that's true. And she's scrunching his face and rubbing her face on it. She loves him. She's always spending time with him. but Bruno, don't you want to stay with Miss Penelope? She like posts his face towards you and is like squishing up his face at you. And Bruno's like, "Ugh," and pulls out of her arms, and she's like, ugh, fine.
So I still have some of this cake left that I shared with these other people. Would you like some?
Claire saw the chat.
Celebrate your... What chat?
Oh, okay. We're doing cake to celebrate what?
We're doing cake to celebrate her taking the reins of the shop, like full on for the first time.
Oh, perfect.
This is a big moment for. This is a big moment for you to take everything over for a little while. So I think we should have a little toast.
Ah, that's perfect. Yeah, let's do it. I want to pick your best cake. And she goes around and looks for the one with the flowers on top and picks a nice cake. And Olga, somebody redeemed a mystery potion, so it's perfect that you suggested y'all have some cake. So go ahead and eat your cake and roll a d10.
Have your cake and eat it too.
And you can thank Bill, since they all have so many points to abuse. We have a curated list of effects from the wild magic table that are less disruptive, mostly just fun. What'd you get?
6.
A 6. You are surrounded by a faint ethereal music for the next minute. So as you eat your cake and say like 2 new beginnings or whatever, there's like this beautiful ethereal music that surrounds you. And actually I meant to change the music to Magic Shop when we switched to Olga. I'm gonna do that.
There's the music.
It's not that one, but yes, it's like this just like coming out of your being. And Penelope's like looks at her cake and looks at you, and she's like, "What you do to this cake, Miss Olga?"
Remember that special liquor I got a few years ago? Well, I decided to bake it into something.
Oh, goodness gracious. Let me see if Penelope's going to get an effect. Oh, she certainly is, because I rolled a 1.
Dun, dun, dun.
So,
yes, fireball in the room.
Penelope's skin, as she's looking at you and looking at her cake, starts to turn blue, like Violet Beauregard from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And she's looking at it, and she's like, well, I don't think it had any effect on me, but you got music coming off you. And her skin is just like this bright cobalt blue.
Olga's like trying to hide a laugh. Yeah, you look great. I don't think you had any effects. I think you're quite.
She looks like an Avatar person wearing a blonde curly wig.
Resistant to the effects of my cooking there. That's really funny.
Well, I'm excited. I'm sad you're not leaving Bruno. I would take good care of him, and you know that. And she's like still scritching him behind the ear, and Bruno's looking at her like, whoo! Well, is there anything you need done with any specific inventory while you're gone? Are you taking anything with you? Do you need me to check anything?
Just be on the lookout for, certain people may or may not come through. Hopefully they don't, but you know the protocol if they do.
Yeah, if the big bosses come in, I will, follow normal protocol for that.
No, other than that, I don't have anything. It'll be a couple days, I think, before we leave, and you're welcome to anything in the shop as far as food, and you can stay in the house in the back or your place. Up to you.
I'll probably stick around out back so it's easier if I'm gonna be staying long. I'll come bring a bag over in the next day or so. And hey, I get to practice my baking.
Yes, just make sure you don't bake too good now that we can't have this place getting popular.
Okay, well, you know I'm not so good at it yet, so don't get your hopes up anyway. You're like kind of reminded of every time that you've been gone for more than a day or so and she did need to make the pies, that they were always overcooked, over or under seasoned. Like, she's not great. But she tries.
Luckily, it's the point of the shop for them to be terrible.
It's not the tasty pasty, it's the nasty pasty.
All right. So as our scene sort of fades out on these two ladies discussing the plans for the week, I'm switching to Voyage Begins as we head back to Mr. Ramashasha, as he makes his way along these streets after exiting the conversation with his friends, stops into the boarding house. Quick to see, it's pretty quiet in there, and there's not even anyone at the desk right now because it's lunchtime. Running up to your room, there is nobody there, so it's pretty clear to see that they are not there. So you can only assume that they're down at Honeydew Farms collecting their shipment.
Okay, I'm literally just not even going to say a word, whatever, going by the desk clerk and just kind of nod, whatever it takes, not making any form of conversation. I'm on a mission, and I'm looking for them.
They're at lunch. Literally, they're not even there right now.
Okay, perfect, sorry. So going with that, I'm just going to go the route to the farm. If anybody stops me along the way, like maybe Ogden or something, I might stop for a second to talk, but otherwise... Pew.
Yeah, and at the wall as you leave, they just are like, hey, where are you headed? And you just tell them you're going to pick up a delivery at Honeydew Farms so they don't stop you. And sort of along the way out of town, you pass the Cozy Salmon, the northern outskirts of town, and you go up to out past Traveler's Way, or I'm moving the wrong thing, and you make your way out to the farm that is Honeydew Farm outside of Hazelport, and you can kind of see a wagon being loaded up with crates of looks like rations and dried meats and some flour, but also lots of like seedlings and bags of feed and all these things that that your island sort of gets ready for every year when it's planting time. And you see Mugmort and Lila sort of helping load up the wagon. And we do have a break coming up, so we could actually maybe go to break. Let's go to break now before you meet up with Mugwort and Lila. So let us show you our clips. You go to the bathroom, get a drink, get a snack, stretch your legs, do what you gotta do. Enjoy our clips, and we'll be back in 15 minutes or less. We will see you right here. Bye.
That's good. Well, because I was worried because your friends seem to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is
Thing usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right.
You
So
do
would-
also call everyone
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
Cockney rhyming speak, so I have something. I'm gonna butcher it, so I apologize ahead of time.
Yes,
So I'm going to respond. I'm gonna respond. We're having a butchers for some real bucks that have been off-inching some bees and honey. These tea leaves have been showing their boats around the frogs and scoppering off. There's been some real bonny over it. We're helping out the ducks and geese to stay out of a flowery dell, and you'd be a real treacle tot if you could pass along any brass tacks.
All right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
Why did you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
So,
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural, Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
he is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go.
Looks at you, Morag.
It wasn't about taking away your choices. It was about putting magic in the right hands.
Nice. I like it.
Nice.
Hat off.
Very decent.
You're bringing
Oh.
the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying up and doing the dragging
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't just leave them in the
Oh.
woods. Yeah.
You're dragging bodies down the road on your car.
We're not dragging them down the road. They're on like
we made a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
I'm not.
Jeffrey, that's the dogs. that's the dog.
Did you hear it in your mind? Did you hear it in my
He
mind?
can talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
Now I want to hear that in Dominic's voice.
Yeah.
I will gladly give you a hug if you please sneeze into this jar. Thank you.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's
rap.
basically 50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes, because it's axe training day.
That's it. That's it.
Cause we feel alright, let me build up your might as I sing my song. Care to sing along? I'll be doing this till you knock 'em down, or the songs run out, or the songs run out.
Yay!
Yeah!
I'm so inspired right now.
Yeah.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind of
Good to
like
see it.
Yep, he kind of ruffles his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls it out. Yep.
Okay.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
Chimney!
There you go.
Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing. That's so good.
It was mostly the face with a.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yes. Go start.
I mean, you got to perform, but outside of that,
Absolutely. My inspo makes all the rolls less hard, and you all can thank this bard. And you're damn right. I pulled that card, and I could teach you, but I'd have to charge.
Love it.
Woo!
A round of applause. Round of applause.
Give him a hand.
A hand.
Now this, goblin knot. It's not a plant I've ever heard of, but it could just be another misspelling. Because maybe that K is an S. He sort of turns the paper a little bit. Yeah, that must be what it is. Parvovis cabolus muca involta. Goblin snot. Bugbear boogies. Used in pungent poultices and unctuous ointments due to its veritable viscosity. It binds ingredients together, provided you don't care how noxious the result is. For reasons I'm sure you can imagine, I don't keep any around. You'll have to ask a goblin.
You realize, Jeff, that for now and forever, every time someone says your name on stream, we're gonna be like,
Jeffrey!
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Y'all were like, whoa, what are you doing? So,
Yeah.
21.
That's fair. Jesus.
Oh.
On a stealth check?
It's +7.
this little boy
Jesus.
has a mission.
Oh,
today,
for
apparently.
dexterity.
How do you have so many huge pluses?
And so just
I've
to
got
be
a
clear,
lot of
Dee,
huge
you're, like,
things that you don't
literally
know about.
Like,
That needs to be clipped.
Good job.
y'all.
Both. It's a mix of both.
Found something you have.
You're also blowing out on the mic.
yeah,
little
that's
bit.
very true.
Be here all night.
Oh.
And by all night, I mean for
God.
another hour.
Looks like that.
I can't see that.
Right there.
Oh, okay. Oh,
would like you to.
There's a picture in the Discord.
Yeah.
Fine, we don't have to do it then.
She's a very plain widow.
No. And like the metal of the armor is just gonna kind of like ripple up my arm and just show like the nub, and then it will come back.
Oh, yeah, what if Xing Xing did it?
Like very Terminator style.
Look at my nub!
Dun 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 dun.
That needs to be clipped.
Ask me about my nub.
Ask me about my nub.
Yes, exactly.
Take my strong hand. There's like a vein popping out in your forehead, turning red.
This is my happy vein.
Happy vein. I got closer than last time.
She looks at you and she goes, impressive.
So happy.
That's the exact same thing he said to you in the dream.
Go on.
That's it.
Fuck. I am not Matt Mercer. Hi, I'm off-brand Matt Mercer. Great value, if you will.
Great value, Matt.
Mert Masser.
Mert Masser. Oh shit! No, I'm just Devin. It's fine.
And he's out of earshot at this point.
I'm just gonna yell back, "Thank you."
Bye.
Bang bang.
With my gauntlets. I'm not petty at all.
Nope. not at all. Bye.
Oh my God.
3 halflings in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh my God.
We are doing that at some point because there are 3 of us.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
There you
Needs
go.
to be done. And I have a trench coat.
Alright. But
We like clips.
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 Clips are very important.
You should definitely make clips of today. If you don't, I will find you. And I will TPKO you. Yeah, the music sounds great, but I can't hear you at all. Oh, there it is.
So that was
Oh no, so they didn't hear the
pro
stream. Professional streamer.
Absolutely professional.
Yep.
That is what we do.
I want to do this for real when I grow up.
That's good. Because I was worried because your friends seem to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is
thing
fine.
usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right.
You
So
do
would-
also call everyone
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
Cockney rhyming speak. So I have something. I'm gonna butcher it, so I apologize ahead of time.
Yes,
So I'm going to
yes.
respond. I'm gonna respond. We're having a butchers for some real bucks that have been off-inching some bees and honey. These tea leaves have been showing their boats around the frogs and scoppering off. There's been some real bonny over it. We're helping out the ducks and geese to stay out of a flowery dell, and you'd be a real treacle tot if you could pass along any brass tacks.
Alright.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You gotta tug in the door. Why did you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
So,
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
he is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go. Looks at you, Morag.
It wasn't about taking away your choices. It was about putting magic in the right hands.
Nice. I like it.
Nice.
Hat off.
Very second.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't just leave them in the
Oh.
woods. Yeah.
You're dragging bodies down the road on your car.
We're not dragging them down the road. They're on like
we made a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
I'm not.
Jeffrey, that's the dogs. that's the dog.
Did you hear it? Did you mind? Did you hear that? My
He
nine.
can talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
Now I want to hear that in Dominic's voice.
Yeah.
I will gladly give you a hug if you please sneeze into this jar. Thank you.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's
rap.
basically 50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes, because it's axe training day.
That's it.
Cause we feel alright, let me build up your might as I sing my song. Care to sing along? I'll be doing this till you knock 'em down, or the songs run out, or the songs run out.
Yay!
Yeah!
I'm so inspired right now.
Yeah.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love
I-
it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind of
Good to
like.
see it.
Yep. He, kind of ruffles
Oh,
his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls
it?
it out. Yep.
Okay.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
Chimney!
Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing. That's so good.
It was mostly the face with a.
Sorry. Yes. Go start.
You got to perform, but outside of that,
Absolutely. My inspo makes all the rolls less hard, and you all can thank this bard. And you're damn right. I pulled that card, and I could teach you, but I'd have to charge.
Love it.
Woo!
A round of applause.
Solve my problems with
Violence! Yay! Welcome back, everybody, to Reality Break 20, where we take a break from the real world to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. I was in the middle of swallowing.
Dungeons and Dragons.
That is indeed what she said.
Did you just say you peed?
No, I said that's what she said. She said she was in the middle.
Kaylee's so proud of herself. You're ashamed. It's hard to tell.
I thought I was becoming a man.
No, this is involved into becoming a woman conversation that was happening a little bit earlier.
It depends on which way you swing.
Anyway.
Also true.
Go back to break and try again.
Okay, you guys, they broke me. Okay.
The reality break where we break reality.
So our friends, we're getting into shenanigans as they do best. Most of the shenanigans happen on break. One of the day we'll do a behind the scenes reality break. Our friend Olga has magical music emanating off of her as she finishes up her conversation with Miss Penelope, as she turned blue like Violet Beauregard. And thanks to a mystery potion from one of our viewers, technically manager using their own points, so I don't know. Anyway, we also had that was what we did, and Ramasha had made his way up to the Honeydew Farms to meet with his wonderful shipmates who are packing up wagons of provisions and seedlings and things like that to take back to the island to get their planting season going.
So I walk up and I say things to people.
Well, and so yeah, sorry.
Nailed it.
Before the break, we had walked up to the farm, and we had farmhands helping load the wagon, but also Mugwort and Lila are helping load the wagon because that's just kind of how they are. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, is the little kid right there too?
Turnip. Yes, he's running around trying to be helpful.
All right. Ramasha's going to come walking up and just kind of see what's happening, where they are, what's going on. Just take a look around, just kind of scoping out everything, see if anybody's actually watching his friends, to see if anybody's like a little suspicious. But then if he doesn't notice anything...
Yeah, no, everyone is sort of just working together. Nobody is ever, you've never faced any sort of discrimination here.
Making sure. Then Ramasha's going to go walking up to Turnip. And
it seems as if you are probably the biggest help around here.
We'll go this way. Oh, we can't go this way. Abort. We'll just leave it right here. Oh, hey! Don't unplug the microphone. Oh, hey! I remember you. You're that kitty man.
Let me help. Here, we'll do some of this. Okay.
I'll do this.
Yeah, that's better. Can you still hear me okay? Excellent.
Yep. Yes, it is good to see you. Was it Turnip? Was that your name?
Yeah, I'm Turnip.
It is a pleasure to see you again. So, I see that you've met my friends.
Lila and Mugwort sort of turn around at the sound of your voice.
This is no longer plugged in.
Okay. And they sort of nod.
As in, it's no longer plugged in. I can't charge these.
Oh, gotcha. Yes, it is.
I don't know, then. Okay. Sorry, say that again.
Oh, they sort of turn around at the sound of your voice, and they sort of nod at you.
Yes.
Yeah, there's more kitty people. It's really cool. You don't see a giant cat walking around every day. And an adult near him is like, Turnip, that's rude.
It's fine. It is good for the young ones to learn to explore and see the world. I do not take any form of offense. It is fine. Did you know, young one, that there's a bunch of us in the place that I come from? And it's actually few and far between that we find people like you.
Wow!
Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to get back to my friends and go check on them. But you keep up the good work. You're doing an excellent job.
I'm helping.
All right, so Ramasha's going to come walking up to them and just kind of... I'm assuming they're still grabbing boxes and loading.
Well, yeah, when they turn around, they're like, oh, hello, friend. Welcome back. I thought we weren't going to see you.
At this, he's going to grab one of the boxes and start helping the load. And in passing, just kind of talking, just like when other people tend to have a conversation as they're doing things. Like if they're stacking wood or something, and they have like a conversation kind of in passing, go do whatever they gotta do, and then as they're passing again, continue the conversation. Just keep going on and,
it seems the plans are changing.
Puts the box down.
Oh yeah? What's up?
It
Lila's
seems...
like, everything okay?
Apparently so. We are going to... apparently I will be coming with you. And we are going to have guests.
Yes? Is everyone alright?
Everyone is fine.
It's like a concerned look on his face.
Everyone is fine. We have more concerns for this news that you gave me. The potential for the grandson I mentioned would be our next step in our adventure.
Oh, the new folks coming in?
Just Ramasha kind of looks around.
He's speaking this in your...
Oh, we're speaking in our language?
What's that one called? Yeah, you've made a language for them. It's like a combination of Furbolg and Giant or something. Or Giant and Elf or something like that.
Yeah, Giant and Elf. And I don't remember what I called it.
It's the Tabaxi language.
Kitty-Neast.
Kitty-Neast.
It's Big Kitty.
Now you have to go like this then when you speak it.
Yeah.
Whiskers. Hold on.
Whiskers.
I get the whiskers. There we go. How's
Yes, we're hoping to see if his grandson is going to be among them.
Ah, I see. And to like the people around them, it just sounds like sort of like a soft like, because I feel like it's a natural sounding tone, so it's like it almost sounds like mumbles if there's people around.
I like to think of Dwarvish as being a little bit rough, like almost like German-esque, and then Elvish being a little bit more fluent, a little bit more soft-spoken and so forth, more like a French or a Spanish, and this is like somewhere in between.
So it sort of fits as being able to sound like mumbled common, in a way.
It's like soft with exclamation points.
Right. Yeah. So there's a way that they can sort of disguise it as like mumbled common.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you're having this, so they're like, okay, well, I mean, as long as no one's in danger.
Currently, no one is in danger that we know of. There have been some stories about, but nonetheless, we are not, that I know of. And also, this Olga that we have spoken of, she'll be coming with us too. I wish to show her what it actually means to fight back against the Black Sails.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yes. It will be verbatim.
I'm so sorry.
And also these Olga we spoke of. We will be bringing her along as well. I wish to show her exactly what it means to fight back against the Black Sails.
Gotcha, that was the part I missed. Okay.
I actually think that was verbatim.
Okay, good job.
Yay.
Someone who wishes to join the mission.
Possibly. I'm still a little skeptical. But, as I've said before, not everyone is beyond redemption.
Well, we will trust your judgment on this one. It's led us pretty far.
Look at Strug.
Lila sort of smiles. Yeah, Strug.
When are you planning to be leaving?
Well, we're packing up the wagon now. We're planning on loading up the ship, and we were gonna head out first light. Do you need us to wait?
With everything that we had a conversation with, do you think it would actually take longer than that? This is out of character now to the other characters.
We're not there.
I know, this is out of character. We all discussed
He's trying to clarify what y'all discussed earlier,
Yes.
kind of thing. I think.
how long it was going to take you to do your things.
I mean, for me, I feel like I'd probably be the one that would take the longest because I have to have like 3 conversations.
Yeah.
But that would all be done by dinner time.
I mean, I'm just taking a shot of everything available, so however
Just
long
quitting
that
my
takes.
job and packing, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
you got the impression that one day wasn't, like, right now would have been a problem, but one day wasn't a problem.
Yeah, I was honestly thinking that we probably had 3 days, but this is a little bit of a surprise.
Well, they were meeting you back in town. Basically, just to clarify everything was all set. You had been in Freymore, like you were gone to Freymore for almost a week, and like so they've already been in town for a couple days. They're picking up the shipment and getting ready to go, and like so that's why they were asking, do you need us to delay? And then
Okay.
they need to check the weather and stuff.
I think it will be fine. If anything should be a major change, obviously we'll be in touch. But as it is right now, I plan to be on board before you depart.
Oh, well, good. The island would love to see you again.
Who?
The island, in general.
I'm
I'm sure everyone on the island would love to see you again.
I so thought you said Valen. I'm like, who's Valen? This is a new character. What?
Yes, I'm very much missing home. Wayhaven has a way of its own.
Aye, sure does. And the freedmen have a way of their own as well.
All right. I will meet you, shall I meet you at the ship then?
Well, I mean, it sounds like if you're gonna do that, we'll meet back at the dock or at the boarding house tonight. If you're taking right off now.
I will have to take off now. I have some things to, some loose ends to tie up, as they say.
All right then, friend. We'll see you tonight or in the morning.
Sounds good.
And they go back to loading up and,
All right.
Turnip running around trying to help.
Just on the way by, if Turnip looks my way, just gonna send a wink and just keep walking.
Gives you a big wave. Small human child, absolutely wanting to be helpful. All right, and as not Roland, why do I do that? As Ramasha makes his way back to the city to settle his own affairs and find his friends.
His own affairs consist of lunch.
Lunch, yes. Go finding his lunch and his friends, and more cheese. We make our way back to our friends, Dominic and Ashrin, who have some drinks to be had for Dominic, and Ashrin going in to deal with some business. Over at the Copper Fox, the cozy little tavern in the Merchant's Row.
Well, Dominic, shall we get you set up at the bar?
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. So who's working behind the bar?
Today we have Harmit, which is Tobin's son, is behind the bar, sort of managing. And then Amara is sort of tending the tables. She's sort of like the head barmaid. And then there's a few people walking around. Jessica is there. Gus, the bouncer, is there. And Leona.
What was the bartender's name? I'm sorry.
Harmet. Harmet. He is Tobin's son. He's the manager. And you can hear the yelling of Roger out back, the cook. You know his voice anywhere. Grumpy but lovable.
Thank you. Ashwin's gonna go right and kind of wave at Gus and the girls and go right up to the bar.
Hi. Oh, hey there, Ashrin. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. This young man here is having his birthday today.
A birthday.
Hello.
Welcome, young man. Is this a big birthday?
Sure.
Well, on with it. How old you turning?
16.
16! We got a man on our hands, folks! And he goes behind the bar, and there's a bell with a fox on top of it, like crouching on top of it. And he goes, da-ding, 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 da-ding.
Yes!
And the whole bar is like, yeah! And he starts pouring out. He grabs this big mug, and he goes, what'll it be for your special day, boy? Do you want to have our best stuff?
Sure.
Or, I mean, we could start off with the signature drink of the Copper Fox.
They're both good.
I don't. Both?
Both sounds great. Let's do it up. All right, he goes on off to get stuff working, and the Jessica, the barmaid, comes over. She goes, "Let's get you seated." She's like fussing over you.
He's like looking at Ashrin in desperation, like, "Help me, please."
Jessica, you can tell, is a little older than you, but not much. Whereas the other people working seem to be much older than you. And she's making a big fuss of you. Yes, Ashrin.
Jessica, this is not Dominic's style. He's a little quieter.
Oh,
so,
all right.
Honestly,
She sort of
forgotten about the bell.
She gives you a little wink. She goes, "Okay, we won't ring for every drink. I'll let him know it's just the one."
Thank you.
Could I hear that conversation?
What's your passive
no?
perception?
Well, I mean, I just didn't know if it was like they.
It sounded like you kind of pulled her aside. Oh, okay. You didn't.
I did a little bit, yeah.
Because I think Dominic's passive is pretty low, and there's a lot of fuss on him right now, so he actually might not have noticed.
Whoa. My passive's 13.
13? Okay.
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 Okay. It's the same for all of my characters. I don't know how.
He's got big bones.
Every character I've ever played, 13 passive perception. Will that ever change? Probably not.
So you kind of get the gist, though, that Ashrin's kind of doing the, like, let's calm down a bit.
Jessica, he's just here to enjoy some new drinks. He's not had a lot. And he has a bit of a... he just wants to try some new things, and I thought this would be a good place. We've got a lot of variety.
She looks at him. She's like, "Oh," looks him up and down. Okay.
And Ashton's gonna elbow Jessica real hard.
She giggles and turns red. "I'm just kidding, Ashrin." All right. Well, I'll go get him a little special plate to munch on while he's down in all those drinks. Wouldn't want him to get sick.
I don't think that'll be a problem today, but I appreciate it. Is Tobin around?
I saw Tobin this morning. He might be out back in his office.
All right, and Ashton's gonna head back over to Dominic. Will you be all right here for a bit? I'm gonna go in the back and talk to Tobin. And don't worry, they won't pester you, and if they do, you can just tell them to... You need a moment.
Grab a Snickers.
Dominic.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. He was staring at Jessica, who was looking him up and down.
Perfect.
Dominic is just staring at his shoes, saying, "Dear God, please help me."
Dominic, will you be all right here for a moment? I don't think they'll bother you anymore, except for to bring you drinks.
Please
I
don't
just
leave
need to
me.
talk to Tobin. I won't be. Just here. I'll stay for a drink and then chase him off a bit, and then I'll talk to Tobin. Will that be all right?
Oh, thank you.
As Harmit brings the drinks over, he sort of comes and catches the tail end of the conversation. He's like, "Do you want me to go get my dad, Ashrin?"
Oh yeah, that'd be great. And I'll take a special while you're at it.
All right, I'll go grab another one. So he hands you a martini glass with this bright red liquid in it, and he hands you a mug with this deep amber colored, smells like beer, because I think you had some the other night, in it. So that's the two things that are placed in front of you. And he's like, "I'll be right back with yours, Ashrin, and I'll go get my dad."
Thanks.
All right, so
what's in this?
Off he trots.
And he points at the martini.
Oh,
it's got little sparks coming out of it.
It's fantastic. It's our special. It's called a cinder. So have you ever had cider before made from apples?
Yeah.
It's like that, but it's got some spices, and it's alcoholic, and there's a little bit of cinnamon in there.
By the time you finish talking, he's already drank it.
It's my favorite, too.
He started drinking at cider.
All right, so even though you do not get drunk, you now have the hiccups for 1d4 hours, and with each hiccup, a small cloud of gold shimmering breath is released. So it's like you're breathing fire, but there's no heat or anything. And it tastes this delicious hot cinnamon, like atomic fireball, but sweet kind of taste.
Yeah, it's like, I think of it as like kind of a cinnamon apple martini, but a little warm.
Yep.
What do you think?
Oh, it's great. It's great. I like it a lot.
I like it. I like it better than beer, personally.
Oh, I like beer as well. And when he says that, he starts taking a drink of it and starts choking because he hiccuped.
And so
Ashton's gonna just like on his back. You're right there.
As he drinks down this deep amber-colored beer, it's got this strong caramel taste that seems to go perfect with the drink he just had.
That sounds
Am I
amazing.
supposed to put one in the other?
No, but people often do order them together, so that was serendipitous for sure.
And
that's probably why Harnett recommended it.
Yeah, and on that, Harnett comes walking back with your martini glass, Ashton. He goes, what'd you think? He takes the empty glass from you. Your beer probably still has some in it unless you downed it.
No, I'm still drinking it. Oh, it's good. It's great. Thank you so much.
He giggles.
It's made perfectly.
How about another?
Okay.
We'll do one more on the house for your birthday.
Oh, okay. And then I'd like to try one of everything.
It's all right.
Are you sure, son?
Oh yeah, I'm immune to alcohol today.
And he looks at Ashrin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay then.
Bed pie.
I'll get that going.
You can put it on my tab.
I'll get that going. I'll give him a little
No.
sampler. We can spare some samplers, and then anything after that, I'll let Tobin know.
Perfect.
Dad should be on his way over anytime now. He said he was finishing up on some inventory or something, so accounting, his books.
Great. And Ashton's gonna grab her glass and just raise it over to Dominic and say happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. You don't have to
You're
pay it all.
You're supposed to cheers me with your beer.
What's the cheers?
Okay, so hold up your cup, hold up your mug, and then she's gonna clink her glass to the mug and say, and now you say cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, back home we used to say slancha.
You vaguely remember
the same thing.
Hearing people say huzzah as well. Dominic.
What do I do now?
Now you drink.
Oh.
And she takes a sip.
He
It's
downs
just a
the rest of
celebration
it.
thing. I mean, you don't. Okay, I mean, hey, whatever.
All right, so this warm caramel liquid hits your belly, and it is thick and sweet. And so you're not drunk, but you're still feeling that sort of like heavy belly that you get a little bit, just a little bit. And you still have gold shimmering dust coming out your hiccups. All right, so Harmut's busy at the bar, sort of like making you like if you've seen like a flight of things, so that's what he's doing. He's got a couple of flights in front of him, so one is like little beer glasses, one is like little shot glasses, because you asked for one of everything, so. And so you hear this little, the thunk. Ashwin recognizes the thunk of the. I'm sorry, there's a stink bug. Oh my god! Oh my god! Help me!
That was perfectly timed. You hear the thunk of
Don't get it!
I was like, good lord, what's going on?
It was crawling.
I was like, okay, maybe I don't want that one.
No, just get rid of it, please. Just get rid of it. They're disgusting. I hate them. I got over my spiders thing. I'm not over stink bugs. They're disgusting. Why are you still holding it? Just kill it. Please just get rid of it. It's a fucking stink bug. No, just please. I'm sorry, stink bug. Not. Oh.
Can I get an F in the chat for the
F in the no, because
Okay, I don't want that drink. It sounds complicated.
Anyway, sorry about that. So sorry. Okay, anyway. Ashrin recognizes the familiar thunk of the back door, or the door that leads to the back, like the kitchen, and out walks the aging human man, Tobin, sort of kind of shuffles over flips up the top that leads to the bar and walks on over to you guys, and he's like, "Oh, hey there, Ashrin. How's it going? How was your trip?"
The trip was actually quite a success.
Oh, good. Yeah, you were mentioning we got that shipment coming.
Yep. I talked to Ben. It's all arranged. We should be good. However, I'm gonna have to go on a bit of a trip to help out. You know Roland Longbeard and his wife runs the Gilded Hammer,
yes,
right?
Natasha and Roland. Yes, yep.
Yeah. So, out of character, how much, like, do people know about Miro, or is that very much like a family secret thing?
Ooh. Yeah, I give that
is, yeah, it's kind of a family thing because he left at such a young age. For dwarves, that it's pretty much a family thing. So.
Okay. Cool. So Roland has some business overseas that he needs a bit of help with. So I was gonna go with him and give him a hand.
You're gonna go on the big sea?
I know, right? I'm so excited
Oh my
about
gosh.
it. I've never been on a ship.
Are you going all the way across? Are you going to be gone like a long time?
It might be a couple of weeks at least. I'm thinking.
So not all the way across.
So, no. I think I'm not entirely sure exactly where, but I mean, Roland has his whole plan. I'm going along to help, but I think it'll be a couple of weeks.
Okay. Well, the missus went over to Abrin once, and she was gone for, I mean, I think if a month or so was just the travel one way. So, if it's only going to be a few weeks, yeah, you know we got you, Ashrin. We got plenty of girls around here working. They can pick up a few extra shifts.
All right. I just wanted to make sure it would be all right.
I just want you to be safe. The big sea is a big deal. I mean, there's real pirates out there, and I've heard there's sea monsters.
Sea monsters?
I've heard it's real. And you can hear Hermit's like, "Dad, come on. That's just stories." He's like, "No."
Oh, Dominic, do you think we'll see a sea monster? That sounds like fun.
You better hope you don't, Missy.
Well, maybe from afar. I don't know. I want to find out.
Do you know a land monster?
I love it. It's so good. Okay, well, maybe we'll try to. I mean, I don't know how I can be careful on a ship.
A
but
sea monster will take down a whole
sail.
ship.
We're sailing with a very experienced crew, from what I understand. So I think it'll be all right.
All right. Well, you be safe, Miss Ashrin. You better come back.
Absolutely. And if something happens and it's going to be longer, I'll send a letter or something.
Okay. Well, you know you always have a job here. You've been one of the best employees I've ever had, and I wouldn't give you up for nothing.
That's very sweet. I appreciate it.
Well then, shall we drink to your big adventure on the big sea?
Absolutely.
And Harmon comes over with these 3 flights almost on cue. And he's got, the beers, and he's got the liquors, and he's got the wines, and he's set them all in front of Dominic. And he brought the bottle over of the fairy fireball. And so he refills your glass, fills up a glass for Tobin, refills Dominic's glass, grabs himself a shot
just
glass.
Gonna point out, I really like this wine. It's got a nice little spice to it. And, that beer's, it's okay. It's a little bitter, but I like that dark one. That one's fun. And so she's just going to point out, her favorite.
And you can tell she knows them just by looking at them. Just by the colors.
Yeah, and maybe if there were 2 that were similar, she would smell them. Yeah, this one.
There's this expertise.
You're trying it, right?
Yeah, that you can see
I'm just
in
telling
her.
you, these are my favorite.
Would you like one?
No, boy, we've all got these, and they all raise their glass and say, "A toast to the big sea."
Toast.
Cheers. It's the same thing. Cheers.
Cheers.
I gotta do it right.
And I heard some happy birthdays are in order, my lad. And he sort of claps you on the back.
Oh, yeah.
He pulls a Roland, but he's much bigger than Roland because he's a human. He's like, ah! Claps you on the shoulder.
Oh, God. Thank you.
He's used to being smacked on the butt, not the back. So it's a little...
Valid.
All right.
True.
So,
Let's hit the shop.
before I say on this note, was there anything else that wanted to be mentioned in the Copper Fox?
I do want to buy Ashrin around.
All right, so Dominic, go ahead. How are you going to introduce that?
I'm going to look at the man who just clapped me on the back, and it was Tobin, right?
Yep.
Okay.
He's on your side of the bar.
On my side?
Yep. His
Okay.
son is
Yeah,
on the
he
other
came
side
around.
of the bar. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna look at him and just go and point at the one that she said was her favorite and be like, can I get her one of these?
She drinks free all the time, but sure you can.
Thanks.
He kind of winks at Harmit, and Harmit goes back around and goes, this one's on Dominic. Pours you another drink. So if you're going to take this drink, you will need to make a constitution check at this point, Ashrin.
Oh, yes, I know.
Get
And
an
I will,
Ashrin
of course.
And I would say this was 3, so let's do this third one at disadvantage.
Oh, great.
It's okay. You'd only be getting one level of intoxication. It's okay.
Dominic's just trying to show off his big bonuses.
It's a con save?
Con save, yep.
Horse driver.
Nope.
Disadvantage, you said?
Yes.
That is a total of 4.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So,
You're not throwing up.
you have one level of intoxication, which is not much. Let me just see. You're not going to get into battle, I don't think, but just in case.
That sounds like it might be a good tidbit of the week talking point.
Ooh, very good, because I knew there were things for this, but basically it's like you have disadvantage on, on checks and saving throws.
All checks and saving throws?
For your 1d4 hours. So go ahead and roll a d4.
Roll a d4. We are, I very much appreciate Dragon's Nest delivery, but this dice is going away.
Poor dice, sad dice.
Just
disco, party.
Oh man, the one time I don't want to roll high, 4 on my D4.
So for 4 hours, you're just not. You're just feeling loose. You're feeling buzzed. So that if you end up having to make some, specifically, it is intelligence, wisdom. Oh, sorry. This is just intelligence, wisdom, and charisma for first level of intoxication.
Okay. Buzzed Ashrin, which I know that we've gotten drunk before, but I can't remember. But Buzzed Ashrin just starts to slur her words even a little bit more and becomes a little bit difficult to understand.
I have to break our rule. We have a chat suggestion. Tidbit of the week with Christy drunk for science, for research.
For science.
It's not as exciting as you think it is because most of the time you can't tell.
Okay, bet, but
that's it. Now they're gonna do a TikTok live taking shots.
Do it.
Oh god.
I don't think that's within the rules.
Oh.
Probably shouldn't.
Well, you don't have to say you're taking
Claire?
shots.
So I think that's accurate because I don't think I've ever seen you drunk, and we were drinking a lot during that one.
Yeah, and I definitely was. You just can't tell.
Okay.
But when it happens, it's freaking hilarious because I've seen it a couple times.
So, essentially, basically by dinner, you will no longer be drunk. So, you just buzz having a fun time with Dominic and your boss and everybody at your work for the afternoon kind of thing.
Yep. I also think that Ashrin probably gets a little touchy-feely when she gets drunk.
Oh. She giving Dominic some hugs.
She's leaning up against Dominic and probably has her head on his shoulder.
Is your owl out?
And then starts picking stuff off of his plate, if he has a plate of snacks.
Yes, you were brought a plate of snacks.
I'm sorry.
Aww.
And is your owl out?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
So as Ashrin is like laying on Dominic's shoulder, he just like, I was going to ask you to help me learn how to read some things, but I don't know if it's the time.
Oh, sure, we can work on that if you want. Like, do you want to read that letter of from your mother? We could do that. I mean, yeah.
Oh yes, you also have the hiccups,
later
Ashton.
too.
Yeah. Oh. Can we start with the menu? Is there a menu on the table?
Yeah, there's probably menus on the bar.
Yeah, I would say it's probably like a overhead chalk menu or a sign type menu.
Okay. Could you help me with the menu? I'd like to learn how to read one.
Oh yeah, sure. So we mostly put the menus up there, so it's easy to see, because it's like, up high above everybody's heads.
And
So
what
we'll
I'm imagining is like Ashrin has her hand like draped over his shoulders and it's like pointing.
I don't think it's that.
So-
I think she literally is just like laying on his shoulder
And then
is,
pointing
like-
with the other arm.
and then pointing up with the other arm.
And they're both hiccuping.
I don't have someone to demonstrate.
And they're
but, like,
both
that's
hiccuping
kind of-
gold dust as they hiccup.
She has one eye closed.
So that one, that's Cinder. See, that's like up in the beginning. So it's the Cinder. That's that first drink that we had, the one that is like cider.
Okay, but why does the I thought it's supposed to make an I sound, not an E sound?
It
But
depends on what's the. Actually, I don't know why that is. It's just the way that it is. I think that if it were a K, because a K is a hard sound, but the C is a soft sound. So the C, it's a I instead of a I. But if it was a K, which is a hard sound, it would be kinder, which would be an I.
But doesn't a C also make a like a K sound?
It does. The only words that are coming to my brain are dirty ones. Like cook. Okay, this cook starts with a C. I'm trying to think what would be on the menu actually. How about
lamb.
cork? Cork, like there's a corked wine or a corked something. So O is different.
Or country stew or something.
Or country or
I see where
something.
those
Yeah.
words derive from.
So maybe if it's an O or a U or something, and there's a hard C. I'm not sure.
This is beautiful.
What it is.
I love that Dominic wanted to learn more how to read while they were drunk.
So
He's not drunk.
And
Listen,
true.
it's
And he
my
can't
party
even
and I'll cry if I want to.
And he
okay?
can't even necessarily, he doesn't even necessarily, like, yes, you can tell she's a little more friendly than usual, but you don't necessarily, I don't know, like, you probably associate drunk with your bad memories. So you don't necessarily understand that she's drunk, right? Do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't.
He
doesn't see
probably
this
thinks
as
of
He
drunk
just
as,
thinks, like,
like angry and violent
yeah,
and
abusive. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like taking you at your word for all of this, I would assume.
Okay. Reading is really hard. Why?
Yeah.
How did you learn?
I don't really remember. I know that I learned my alphabet. And
What's
then you
an
start.
alphabet?
So that's all the letters.
I know what a C is, but I don't know what the alphabet is.
I guess. So all the letters. I don't have a notebook or anything.
Oh, the letters you've been teaching me.
Yeah, so that's the alphabet. Those are all the letters you can make words out of, and there's some letters are weird, like C's are weird. They sometimes are hard and sometimes they're soft, but you need your vowels, and those have each vowel kind of has two sounds, like E and like I, like you were saying. It could be I or it could be I, depending on what other letters are around it.
She's kind of opening her mouth a little extra when she says that, like eh.
Like and so you start with small words. I know that because in the simple words that are easier, and then I probably started with hard words. The menu is probably not the easiest.
Okay, but I have one really important question before we go on. Do you ever use Z? What's the Z
Sometimes. The Z is for, I'm trying to think of a word that has a Z in it. Like a
ziggurat.
Ziggurat. I don't think Ashford would know what a ziggurat is.
I was thinking
crystallized. There's a Z,
but I don't know if
there's a Z in the middle of like hazard.
Oh.
Okay.
And lizard.
So.
Lizard.
And lizard.
Oh, a lizard.
There's a Z. There's a Z in lizard. Yeah. Here. And then she's just gonna like wet her finger in a drink and then write out lizard on the bar.
Yeah.
He's gonna stop her, and he's gonna wet his finger and try to spell it. And it's gonna be L.
Make it
He's gonna put L.
Intelligence check? Would this be intelligence?
Oh, I don't know.
I want to just hear how he was gonna
Oh
spell
yeah,
it.
you go
No,
spell it. You tell me how you were gonna spell it if you were gonna do it anyway. No, yeah.
Oh no, I'm making an intelligence check.
If you were already gonna give it flavor.
It was a 10, but I'll tell you.
Okay, then basically not like mid range.
He was gonna put LYZARD.
And it's shaky, and none of them are backwards.
That's really close. So Y is one of those weird ones that's sometimes a Y and sometimes an I. So that one's actually an I. But there are some words where it sounds like an I. Like my name. Ashrin. It's not an I at the end, it's a Y. Because sometimes it can sound the same. But that's really good. That's really good. You just started basically, right? That's really good.
I almost wonder if that's why he did a Y instead of an I. If he's ever seen your name.
I don't know.
I would imagine
he would have in the
because
letter,
you've been
because it
teaching
had my
him.
name
Yeah,
on the
and
letter.
you've been teaching him. So I almost wonder if that's why he did a Y instead of an I.
If that's why he did a Y.
Yeah, my name would have been on the letter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go.
So that would be why he was assuming that. Nice job predicting the future. Yeah, and the only reason I was doing a check was because I thought that she was going to say, like, I'm going to write the word lizard. So I wanted to be like, okay, let's see if it gets messed up. I love what you did with that. And so, like, so it was Ashrin and Dominic. Tobin has sort of gone off after he had his drink to go back to his work. And the rest of the bar kind of got back into their routine around you as you sort of had some fun. Dominic drank all of these drinks, sort of like enjoying a different taste in between. Ashrin kind of giving him a description of where the beer or the wine or whichever came from and what to expect for a flavor before he takes the drink. Harmut's bringing extras whenever he's ready. Basically, they're having a moment. Tobin is just as excited as you are for him, and he's like, if it doesn't break even, I'll let you know, kind of thing. And so as Dominic and Ashrin kind of celebrate all afternoon, Ashrin getting herself a little tipsy. Your intoxication will be gone if you don't continue drinking hard stuff. by the time you get back for dinner, you won't be intoxicated anymore. If you want to still be tipsy, you can continue drinking with Dominic.
No, I think Ashwin's probably, she works at a bar. She's probably very acutely aware of where the line is for herself.
So once she feels it, she's like,
once she feels it, she's like, I'm just gonna stick with water now. Or,
yeah. All right.
It's all good.
Yeah. So Dominic and Ashwin sort of partying at the bar. The barmaid's fussing over Dominic. Nobody ringing the bell anymore, but everyone making a fuss of him for his birthday. As they... Yeah?
But Dominic is making a fuss for one person, and that's Ashwin.
And Ashwin... yeah, and it's so funny. It's like this big sister, little brother sort of moment where she's like draped over him, pointing at the letters, pointing up at the menu, talking about the words. They're drinking and talking and laughing. It's this really a moment that I almost wonder, because Ashwin was an only child. And so this is sort of almost a moment for her as well. Because she didn't
Dominic was
have...
also an only child.
Yeah, you both were only children, and so there's this sort of like familiar relationship. You know, it's not intimate in a different... It's a familial intimacy that you sort of are getting. You know, and where this is, you know, sort of that little brother, your big sister's kind of drunk on your shoulder, and it's your moment, and you're having fun and being together, just being yourselves. And that's something probably both of, like, Ashwin sort of found that a little bit in Hazelport, I think, and Dominic sort of hasn't had that at all. And so, but for both of you, you've had that kind of guarded thing, and you're sort of having a moment, so it's pretty cool.
I totally just pictured that, like, meme, like, is this sibling?
With the butterfly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this family?
Yeah. Yep. And you're seeing, Dominic, too, kind of how people take care of each other even when they're not family. You've seen it with, you know, you were there a couple times with Roland, you were there with Ramasha, you've now seen it with Ashwin, and you're sort of, and you'd seen it in in Fraymore too, but you'd never seen it with people you already were close with. So it's this moment of like, oh, these levels of relationship I haven't seen before because I've kind of been on my own. Yeah. Was there anything else Ashwin and Dominic needed to cover?
No.
All right, so as they enjoy their afternoon eat and into the early evening, Roland has been a busy man. What's he been up to?
I get to have super depressing conversations.
We don't have an ad coming yet.
Yeah, we do. It starts in 36 seconds.
Oh! Okay, I'm sorry. Then never mind. Let's, as Roland prepares for his super depressing conversations, we're going to take a super quick break. Enjoy the clips or watch the ads and help support us. And we'll see you in a moment, folks.
Well, because I was worried because your friends seem to get mad at you.
Well, friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is
thing
right.
usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right.
You do also call everyone.
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
Cockney rhyming speak, so I have something. I'm gonna butcher it, so I apologize ahead of time.
Yes,
so I'm going to respond. I'm gonna respond. We're having a butchers for some real bucks that have been half-inching some bees and honey. These tea leaves have been showing their boats around the frogs and scoppering off. There's been some real bonny over it. We're helping out the ducks and geese to stay out of a flowery dell, and you'd be a real treacle tot if you could pass along any brass tacks.
Alright. Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You got a tongue in your door. Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
So,
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural Jeff. We rolled a natural Jeff.
He is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural, Jeff.
There you go. Looks at you, Morag.
It wasn't about taking away your choices. It was about putting magic in the right hands.
Nice. I like it.
Nice.
Hat off.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying up and doing the dragging
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
didn't just leave them in the
Oh.
woods. Yeah.
You're dragging bodies down the road on your car.
We're not dragging them down the road. They're on like
we made a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
I'm not.
Jeffrey, that's the dogs. That's the dog.
Did you hear it in your mind? Did you hear that in my
He
mind?
can talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
Now I want to hear that in Dominic's voice.
Yeah.
I will gladly give you a hug if you please sneeze into this jar. Thank you.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. I gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's
rock
basically 50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes, because it's axe training day.
That's it. That's it.
Cause we feel alright, let me build up your might as I sing my song. Care to sing along? I'll be doing this till you knock 'em down, or the songs run out, or the songs run out.
Yay!
Yeah!
I'm so inspired right now.
Yeah.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind of
Good to
like
see it.
Yep, he kind of ruffles
Oh,
his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls
it?
it out. Yep.
Okay.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
Chimney!
There you go.
Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing. That's so good.
It was mostly the face with a.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yes. Go start.
You got to perform, but outside of that,
Absolutely. My inspo makes all the rolls less hard, and you all can thank this bard. And you're damn right. I pulled that card, and I could teach you, but I'd have to charge.
Love it.
Woo!
A round of applause. Round of applause.
Give him a hand.
A hand.
Now this goblin knot. It's not a plant I've ever heard of, but it could just be another misspelling. Because maybe that K is an S. He sort of turns the paper a little bit. Yeah, that must be what it is. Parvovis cabolus muca involta. Goblin snot. Bugbear boogies. Used in pungent poultices and unctuous ointments due to its veritable viscosity. It binds ingredients together, provided you don't care how noxious the result is. For reasons I'm sure you can imagine, I don't keep any around. You'll have to ask a goblin.
You realize, Jeff, that for now and forever, every time someone says your name on stream, we're gonna be like,
Jeffrey!
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Y'all were like, whoa, what are you doing? So,
Yeah.
21.
That's fair. Jesus.
Huh.
On a stealth check?
It's +7.
this little boy
Jesus.
has a mission.
Oh,
today,
for
apparently.
dexterity.
How do you have so many huge pluses?
And so just
I've
to
got
be
a
clear,
lot of
Dee,
huge
you're, like,
things that you don't
literally
know
right.
about.
That needs to be clipped.
Good job.
Y'all
Both. It's a mix of both.
Looking, found something you have.
You're also blowing out on the mic.
Yeah,
A little
that's
bit.
very true.
Be here all night.
Oh.
And by all night, I
Oh,
mean for
God.
another hour.
Looks like that. I can't see that.
Right there.
Oh, okay. I would like you to.
There's a picture in the Discord.
Yeah.
Fine. We don't have to do it then.
She's a very plain widow.
No. And like the metal of the armor is just gonna kind of like ripple up my arm and just show like the nub, and then it will come back.
Oh, yeah, what if Xing did it?
Like very Terminator style.
Look at my nub.
Dun 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 dun.
That needs to be clipped.
Ask me about my nub.
Ask me about my nub.
Yes, exactly.
Take my strong hand. There's like a vein popping out in your forehead, turning red.
This is my happy vein.
Happy vein. I got closer than last time. She looks at you and she goes, impressive.
So happy.
That's the exact same thing he said to you in the dream.
Go on.
That's it.
Fuck.
Is it in here?
I am not Matt Mercer. Hi, I'm off-brand Matt Mercer. Great value, if you will.
Great value, Matt.
Mert Masser.
Mert Masser. Oh shit! No, I'm just Devin. It's fine.
And he's out of earshot at this point.
I'm just gonna yell back, "Thank you." Bye.
Bang bang.
With my gauntlets. I'm not petty at all.
Nope. not at all. And bye.
Oh my God.
3 halflings in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh my God.
We are doing
Okay.
that at some point because there are 3 of us.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
There you
Needs
go.
to be done. And I have
All
a
right.
trench coat.
Alright. But
We like clips.
Clips.
Clips are very important.
You should definitely make clips of today. If you don't, I will find you. And I will TPKO you. Yeah, the music sounds great, but I can't hear you at all. Oh, there it is.
So that was
Oh no, so they didn't hear the
Pro strip.
Professional streamer.
absolutely professional.
Yep.
That is what we do.
I want to do this for real when I grow up.
That's good. Because I was worried because your friends seem to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is
Thing usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right.
You do also call everyone
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
Cockney rhyming speak. So I have something. I'm gonna butcher it, so I apologize ahead of time.
Yes,
So I'm going to
yes.
respond. I'm gonna respond. We're having a butchers for some real bucks that have been off-inching some bees and honey. These tea leaves have been showing their boats around the frogs and scoppering off. There's been some real bonny over it. We're helping out the ducks and geese to stay out of a flowery dell, and you'd be a real treacle tot if you could pass along any brass tacks.
Alright.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You gotta tug at the door. Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
So,
He is indeed a natural
He
Jeff.
is a natural Jeff. We rolled a natural Jeff.
He is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go. Looks at you, Morag.
It wasn't about taking away your choices. It was about putting magic in the right hands.
Nice. I like it.
Nice.
Hat off.
Very second.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't just leave them in the
Oh.
woods. Yeah.
You're dragging
Okay.
bodies down the road on your car.
We're not dragging them down the road. They're on like
we made a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a sled.
Hello there.
I'm Ewan McGregor. Hello there.
Welcome back.
Hello there.
Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome back to the Reality Break 20, where we take a break from the real to play some Dungeons and Dragons. Hopefully you can hear me and Bill
Dungeons
okay.
and Dragons.
We have switched back
Dungeons
to
and
our wireless
Dragons.
mics, so let us know if you have any problem hearing us. Thank you so much for the raid, Crescent
What?
Tides, our friends. Welcome back to Twitch, our friend. Welcome in to all of our friends who have been here. We also had some subs. HBMW, which is aka Tony, has subbed, and we are having a great time
I
tonight.
love us. Spoiler.
Because hashtag I love us.
I love us.
All right. So we were about
Dungeons and
to
Jedi.
move into Roland having some uncomfortable conversations. We've had lots of fun tonight. Dominic drinking his butt off with Ashrin, who got a little bit tipsy, and explained to her boss that she's going to need to take some time off. And Ramasha was off talking to his friends from his ship and arranging passage for the rest of his party and a new friend to go with them. And here we come in to Mr. Roland Longbeard arriving at the Gilded Hammer. We can start whenever you wanted to go there. If you took your time, got lunch before you went there, or if you just went to see her and got her lunch, whatever you want to do.
So I imagine that Roland is going to, because by the time he gets there, it's still probably before the big lunch. I'm gonna imagine it's before the lunch rush is kind of like pittering out before it actually closes. So I'm gonna swing by a food cart, one of the food carts in the courtyard,
Are you
and
gonna
grab
go to the greatest food cart in Hazelport?
Yes, and it's because I want to make sure I get both Natasha and Ruby's preferred part lunch. So that was the they did.
Oh, Clocknap Blinky Nope, the lunch stall
Yep.
at Market Square.
Yep, and they did gyros, right?
Yeah,
They were basically gyros.
what's up,
Yep.
Mr. Longbeard? How you doing today?
Hey. Good to see you there, kiddo. Listen, I'm gonna need 3 of the best lamb gyros you got.
Well,
I
know
like the ones.
This is
Yeah.
the best food cart in Hazelport.
I love it. I know you
Rings
always
the bell.
take good care of me. Yeah. But listen, I know yours is the best, but I need the best of the best right now because I gotta go take care of the missus and the kiddo. You know what I mean? So
you gotta get yourself out of the doghouse, my friend.
maybe more like try to prevent myself from going into the doghouse. How about that?
Okay, I gotcha, Mr. Longbeard. He goes over and he starts rubbing up, some sandwiches, cutting stuff up. All right, what'd you get yourself into this time, old man?
It's more like I gotta break some bad news, and it's like she knows part of it already, and I'm hoping what I tell her is going to be some good news wrapped up with some bad news.
A nice little
but-
bad news sandwich. As he smushes.
Yeah, that's
wraps
yeah. That's exactly right. But I know anybody takes news better on a full stomach. That's what I've learned
That's
through
what
all of
I
my
always
centuries of
say.
being
All
alive.
news comes better
I
on
know
a full stomach.
that's why you're the best
The best
food cart in all of Hazelport.
Rings the bell.
I'm apparently picking up your accent with you. Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I get all my accent energy from my best friends here in Reality Break. Because I don't do voices. And it's okay not to do voices. And it's okay to practice voices.
Absolutely. All right. So I'm like,
he's
all right,
making this
well.
up, giving you a hard time for getting yourself in the
Yeah.
doghouse. And he's like, all right, Mr. Longbeard. There you go.
All right.
Sounds like you got a heavy load
on
on your heart today. These ones are on the house. And he gives you a wink. Make sure you tell your friends about the best food cart in Hazelport. And he rings the bell again.
I think they all know about it because you yell it every time, but that's okay. And I'm gonna take out like 5 silver pieces and drop them in the tip jar anyway. So
You're a good man, Mr. Longbeard.
you're
He's,
good for
wiping
taking
his
care of
knife
us.
and
Appreciate you.
everything.
I appreciate you. All right. So then I take the sandwiches wrapped up and I'm walking over and I'm like, this is a good thing. I gotta remember this is a good thing, and that's what you gotta impress upon. I kind of probably look like a little bit of a crazy person because I'm like talking to the sandwiches as I'm walking up. I'm like, just remember, you're doing this for the right reason. Why am I still talking in that accent? You're doing this for the right reason. There it is. You're doing this for the right reasons. Okay, all right. Okay. So I'm gonna guess like right around this time. Maybe a couple customers left and they're about wrapping up because they're closing for lunch.
Yeah, yep. There was one person paying as you came in, and other than that, Ruby's kind of working on a weapon over at the forge. But
all right. So then I look over, and is it just the two of them, or the other staff there too?
There's no one in the outer area, but you do know there's sometimes people here cleaning up.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna walk over to Natasha, who I'm guessing is behind.
As the bell rings, she's like, "Oh, hey, darling," and Ruby looks up, "Hey, Dad, hey, Pops."
Hey. That's fine. All right, so I'm going to dig through. I'm gonna dig through my pockets, pull out like 4 or 5 gold pieces, and I'm gonna wave over the other staff and be like, "Hey, lunch is on me today." And I give the coin to them.
They gotta come out wiping their hands. Ah, thanks, Mr. Longbeard.
Yeah. Get out of here. You work hard, plenty. Go enjoy your lunch break. Get out of here.
Thanks. And they kind of head out.
Yep. And then I take the sandwich and I'm like, "Here, Natasha, here you go. Ruby, here you go."
Oh, delicious. Oh, did you go on over to that lunch cart in the market square?
Oh, look, I mean, it is the self-proclaimed best food cart in food cart. I know. His accent cracks me up. I sometimes slip into it. It's the weirdest thing. Anyway, how you doing?
Guy's so great.
He's
he
pretty
really
good.
does make a good sandwich.
He sure does. So I take a couple bites and I go, so, Natasha, love of my life, who I've been through so many trials and tribulations and come out on the other side because of you being so a strong foundation for me.
Mr. Longbeard, don't get me all worried here.
Well, Mrs. Longbeard, it's about what we talked about last night.
And Ruby's sort of been taking a bite of her sandwiches, and she's like, "Is it better if I sit this one out?"
No, kiddo, because this is going to be with you helping Ma out. This will be important. It's going to be important for you to hear, too. So I look at Natasha, I'm like, I'm going to kind of fill her in first, and then kind of go from there. That's all right.
And she nods.
All right, so I'm going to turn to...
She sort of busies herself with her sandwich.
Ruby. Yep. And I'm going to turn to Ruby and I'm going to say, I had a meeting the other day with we'll call her eccentric individual, that runs a unique type shop over by the docks. and
yeah, they're all unique out there, huh?
she had come. Yeah. Well, and I had found she had in her possession Miro's armor.
Her face falls. She gets real dark. She's like, "What? Why?
Yeah.
How?"
Yeah, getting there. Apparently, she does some dealings for some nefarious individuals, and it happened to get dropped off in a shipment that they delivered to her shop
And
a
she
few
kind
weeks
of
back.
goes to the same conclusion you did. She's like, "So you mean Miro's in with some bad folks?"
Well, and I'm going to turn to Natasha and be like, well, here's the better news. Got a lead that he might be okay.
And so Natasha, this
He
whole
might
time
be
has been
safe.
like, kind of timid, just eating her sandwich. And when you say that, she's like, "Wait, what?" And Ruby's like, "Wait, what's going on?"
All right. Time to let you in on the full story. You know Ramasha. Our good friend Ramasha.
Yeah.
The charmer. Yeah.
The Catman.
He, Catman, yep. He's a good guy. He is on a mission to right some wrongs that are happening in the world. And one of the things that he's doing is capturing and taking care of ne'er-do-wells. You know, folks that are, up to no good and do some no good. He found out, and he passed it along to me, that there is a chance that a ship that came from the last place we knew Miro was captured by his people. So we've got a lead, and I am trying to make sure you know enough that. And he gets like. Serious.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like,
this is a DM question. Are you trying to be cagey, or are you just trying to, is this a way you've talked with her before?
I'm omitting details.
Okay.
I'm omitting details.
Okay. All right. She's like, "I'm a little confused here, Pops. So Miro might be working with bad people, and he got captured by Ramasha's people?"
I think no. And I'm gonna say, all the revolutions that have been happening, especially
that's
down
where Miro
south,
said he
right?
was going. Yeah.
Right. Well, he went down there. He went down there to be a change for good. So, and what may have happened is he may have gotten captured while trying to make do this change for good. Yeah. This is how I am doing my best to be optimistic, because your mother can attest, I was not in a great mood about this yesterday.
Now I can understand why I had to make dinner yesterday.
Yeah. So
And she kind of puts her arm around Natasha. She's like, "So it sounds like he's okay? Or you don't know yet?"
He might, not 100% sure, but it's the best lead any of us have gotten. And basically since he sent that letter home all those years ago.
Does Ogden know yet?
No. You can't tell your brother. Because
he'll
what
go after him.
I don't want to happen is he'll go after him, and he'll probably take half of the city guard with him. And we can't have that, especially, and we don't want anything that may be coming down south going up here or anything like that. And plus, your brother, he has a heart of gold, but he sometimes gets a little overzealous when it comes to something he's truly passionate about. That's why he was such a troublemaker when he was a kid.
Yeah, and old Ogden will do the same.
Yeah.
Apple didn't fall far from the tree there.
No, it's really infuriating. But also, I
Natasha's
look at
like-
Natasha, I'm like,
Oh, is it
that's
now?
also part of the reason. It's part of my charm. But I also have a line. I think with my head, not with my heart.
Yeah, you
Not like
found
these
your
damn
line,
kids.
though, Mr. Longbeard. You found your line. And it sounds
Well,
like Miro's
po-
finding his.
Well, the point is, he might have gotten in over his head and then got bailed out. But
I
gotta go
certainly
find
hope
out for
so.
sure because I don't know. But
So
the
where
reason why.
do you
that's-
think they
yeah,
are? This
they're,
is Natasha asking. Where do you think they are?
Well, Ramasha's tribe, folks, have an island off the coast. Not really sure where it is, but when I talked to him about it, he said it's about a week's sail. So
Yeah. It can't be too far. I mean,
may-
it's like a month across the big sea, so it can't be too far.
No, it's not that bad. But the point is, I may be gone. Well, I will be gone for a few weeks. And, one of the things that we talked about was always being open and honest with each other. So this is me being open and honest with you to say I would like very much to be able to just say, you guys go, you folks go, because, dear Ashrin and
No, you can't.
Dominic
If Miro's
and
there, you have
are
to be
going
there.
with, I have to go. I can't wait 3 weeks, a month, knowing that he might be there and not bring him back myself.
I agree.
So I'm going to be Ruby. Cover your ears. I'm gonna be taking
She kinda
some
gets up from the
money
table.
from this. Yeah, I'm gonna be taking some of the emergency funds, just in case I don't know what's gonna happen. And
How much do you need?
And I don't know.
Okay.
I
I wouldn't
but I'm gonna
take
be
a
taking
lot of gold with you on the seas. I mean, what if you get intercepted on the way?
Yeah. Well, that also might be a way out too. I'm not gonna. I will let you know
Yeah,
the final
I mean,
number before.
That's true.
Yeah,
In that
I'll-
case, you might
I'll-
want
I'll-
to take one of the artifacts, one of the finer
Yeah,
pieces
so-
we have.
Yeah, and I don't want to do anything like that. Gold is easily replaced, but
True.
friends, family,
Yeah.
family
okay.
heirlooms, they are not. So,
Alright.
I'll let you know for sure what I take before I take it. Obviously,
That's fine. If it's
so that
from
way
the
books
safe,
are
you know
straight.
it's just our savings. But I just don't want to see you mugged on the high seas, you know? She sort of laughs bitterly.
Oh, look.
Never thought I'd be talking to you
Young
about
la-
pirates.
Well, young lady, have I ever told you the story about the time I battled a wyvern?
She sort of like pats your chest.
Come
She's
on,
like,
my
oh,
dear.
Roland.
Come on, you've known me long enough to know
She's
that
like,
I
"You
can
know
handle
what, though?
myself, and you.
People are different than beasts. They're not just worried about their survival. They have weird things that they want and things that are driving them, and I don't want to see you caught up in anything like Miro is.
And I'm gonna say, look, I get that. Those days long gone. I'm doing this for one reason and one reason only, and that's to get our grandson back.
You just remember to think
And if
with
he's
your damn
not there-
head. And she sort of like puts her
Hey,
forehead
I'm-
against yours.
I know, but
Your beard's touched.
so yeah, so I'm. Hey now.
Her beard is beautiful.
So it's well groomed and maintained. All right, so I
And
gotta
Ruby's
go.
been
I'm
like
gonna
cleaning
meet
up
up.
the dishes while you finished that conversation.
Sure. Yeah, and I'm gonna say so. I'm gonna head over to the Rusty Bucket.
She's
Hopefully,
like-
either Felbin or Manji will be in, and then I'll let them know what's going on. And
She's
and
like,
then
hey,
I'm
Pops,
meeting
what are
up with
we
the party
gonna
tonight.
tell Ogden you're going then? He'll be over for dinner plenty of times.
tell him the truth, which is that I'm off to help a friend. I'm doing this. I said I'm Ramasha. I'm off to help a friend with a mission of utmost importance.
The mission.
And
yeah, y'all are always talking about that mission.
Yeah, well, now there's an extra caveat in there.
Yeah, now it's
and
the
you
mission.
know, and yeah, and you know, if he knows, if you know, if Natasha, if Ma gave me the thumbs up, then he'll go with that. He'll know that it's good. So
We'll let you know if there's any stirrings on this side.
yeah, and I'll try to send word when I get there about one way or another. Hopefully I'll find some quick means of transportation, and I kind of finish up my sandwich at that point, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm head over to the rusty bucket, and after that, we're gonna meet over in the courtyard for to kind of finalize plans and figure out when exactly we're gonna be sailing. It's probably gonna be the next day or two. So.
And Natasha's like, "That's right. You better not be leaving this town without a proper goodbye."
Natasha Longbeard, you know that I would not be able to leave without saying my sweet goodbyes to the most beautiful, loving, charming, wonderful
All
woman.
right, you don't have to butter me up. I already know you're going.
If not all of Abruth. And trust me, I've seen a lot of Abruth. I've seen a lot of beautiful women, but you take the cake.
All right, I know you're already going. You don't have to butter me up that much.
All right. Oh, and I also, you remember Dominic? Yeah. We're probably gonna be going through the Longbeard family ritual. So
I'll have a special dinner
prepared.
for him tonight too. Make sure you bring him for dinner.
Oh, I don't you worry about that. The kiddo deserves something special on his birthday. So,
I hope he's had a good one.
Well, he's hanging out with Ashrin, so knowing those two, they're probably having a little bit of fun. And speaking of, and I'm gonna walk through, and I'm gonna look for like a dagger. Like any kind of it doesn't have to be like super special or anything like that, but just like a.
Well, Natasha's gonna be like, "What you looking for?"
I feel like I gotta get him a gift, so I just want to pick out he's not really like a sword or a warhammer guy, though I think he'd be pretty good with a warhammer if he picked it up, but picked it up. But he feels like I want to get him like something, but I don't know what.
Why don't you tonight? Why don't you ask him what he wants to make? Maybe he wants to make something to clean his axe or hold his. Axe. Wow. Bow. Wow. What? Brain. Maybe he wants to make something to hold his bow, or to a handle, or tips for his arrows or something.
All right. Yeah. I'll do. Yeah. That's good. See, that's why you're the brains. That's why you're the brains. All right. Well, I'm gonna go head off to the Rusty Bucket. And then we're gonna meet up for dinner.
All right. We'll make a special one.
We'll go from there. All right. Well,
don't have any snacks. We'll have plenty.
All right. We'll do. Look at this bill. I can't afford doing snacks anymore anyway. So.
Yeah. Don't stop off at that bakery cart.
I'll do my best, and then I'm gonna give Ruby a hug, and I'm gonna give Natasha a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and I'll say, "All right, I'll see you kiddos later. See you girls later."
Be good.
I walk out now, and as Brolin walks out, he's like, "Holy shit, that went better than I thought it would."
Well, she was kind of already on board. You had good news for her. It wasn't like I'm gonna go collect this body or whatever.
This is true. All right, and then and then we can quick let me jet over to the Rusty Bucket.
I have something for you, so go ahead, run on over there.
All right, cool. All right, so I head on over there. I'm assuming Leon is at the door this afternoon.
Yep.
All right. So I get in and I say, "Hey, Leon."
Hey, Roland, what's going on?
Just hardly working hard. Hey, are either of the Boone Pockets here?
Yeah. Manji's out back. What's going on?
I gotta take some time off of work. You know, I got some family matters to attend to.
All right. I see.
Again. All right. So
As you
all right,
walk
appreciate
through the bar, you can see Pebble and Penny are both working today, and also Taral, the barmaid, is working, and Manji's sort of like behind the bar in his spot, like, or Felbin, sorry, is behind the bar. Oh no, I'm looking at the first word. Yeah, Manji, your actual buddy, is the one working behind the bar today. He's not actually. He doesn't actually like work the bar. He's there.
Yeah, he's the owner.
Yeah.
He's the owner. Yeah.
He's like sort of just schmoozing everybody.
Yeah. All right, so I walk over. I see Pebble and Penny, and I say,
They're running
"Hey,
around
kiddos.
the room.
Hey, kiddos,
Roland!
you staying out of trouble?"
You know it. And the blonde curls bouncing across the room. These little elven girls, twins, running around, teenagers.
Like, all right. Well, you keep these people happy. You keep their drinks full, and you keep them happy. All right.
Always, the tips are good today.
Oh yeah. Hey, isn't it your birthdays? Why do I feel like I
Coming
remember
up.
that?
It's on Fire Day.
All right. Well, if I don't see a happy early birthday.
Thanks. They both have this like high pitched giggle.
All right. So then I walk over to Manji. I say, "Hey, boss. How's it going today?"
Roland, welcome back. It's been going good. We've been busy today. How's it going?
It's going all right. It's going all right. Hey, can we go talk in the back office? Gotta talk to you about some family matters.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah.
Give it a little eyebrow.
Well, let's just say I hope I will be. How about that?
All right. He sort of like runs a circle, points at one of the other people running around, and he's like, yeah, let's go. And you guys kind of go back into his office.
All right. So sit him down, and I
He's
say,
like, what's going on, man?
all right. So Roland's like, I know I had already asked off for, a few days to take that trip up to Fraymore, which is, by the way, I got some stories about that. I'm gonna have to tell you.
How they doing up there?
They are doing a lot better now after me and my compatriots went up there and took care of a chimera.
What?
I know, right? I know. It's the craziest.
Roland,
look,
it feels like danger kind of follows you, man.
Hey, look. Hey, this is the first time that danger's followed me in a long time. All right, and this one kind of fell into my lap. I didn't have any choice on this. It wasn't like when I was adventuring with your father. So, that's the you know some of those stories. He's got, we can talk your ears off.
You got the luck of a tiefling, man.
Hey, you know what? Tieflings wish they had my kind of luck, because I work at the best bar in all of Hazelport, married to the most beautiful girl in Hazelport, and all of Amber.
You got a good man.
Tieflings wish they had my luck. But listen, I'm gonna have to have some more time off.
Okay. He sort of like grabs a book. He's like, "What you thinking? What's going on?" We've got Penny and Pebble have been trying to pick up some extra shifts, and honestly, Leon said he's trying to pick up some extra shifts too. So,
Could you cover for a month?
Ooh, a whole month. Okay. Well,
yeah. Well,
actually,
the family matters involve me taking a ship that's going to be a couple weeks out.
This might work out though, because Leon actually just asked me yesterday about a friend he wanted to interview. And I told him that we didn't necessarily have room because you work most days. So this might be a chance for us to give this guy a chance.
Roland is very quizzical at the moment. Who's this guy?
Well, we've only got the two of you, whereas we're a pretty busy bar, but you're here almost every night. And so I have been thinking about taking on an extra bouncer.
Yeah. But who's this buddy of Leon? Because Leon, he runs into some sketchy folks sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I did hear he's got a little bit of a history with the Lamplighters, but I mean, supposedly Leon's got a buddy, nothing to do. He's coming new into town. He's from Airmore, and this buddy's looking for a job. I mean, if you're gonna be around, he said he's gonna be here next week for to kind of meet me. I told him I'd give him like a tentative interview because I figured I could give him a couple days either way because both of you are kind of stretched a little thin at this point.
That's fair. This guy got a name?
Yeah, he said it was Harold. That was the name. I don't remember the last name. It's another human guy. Leon said he knew him from Aramore. I mean, Aramore's not a bad place to come from. It's not like he's coming from freaking Arch.
You're frozen.
I'm frozen?
You're not anymore.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay. It's not like he's coming from freaking Archdragon Wharf.
All right, so we did lose you when you said his name was Harold.
Harold
That's
was
where we
the
lost
only
you.
name. There was no last name. He said his name was Harold. You know, I don't remember the last name, but he said it's another human from Aramore. I mean, Aramore's not a bad place to be coming from. It's not like he's coming from Archdragon Wharf or Sunmarsh Port.
At the mention of Archdragon Wharf, Roland's like, yeah. You know,
nasty place to be coming from.
It's a lot of stuff down there. All right, well, look, Leon, I know Leon runs with some questionable folks, but he's an all right guy. So,
I figure I'll meet the guy, give him a chance. If you want to meet him too, I got no problem with that, Rowan. If you're around when he shows up, I would love you to meet him.
Trust me, I would too. But the problem is, I think we might be heading out in a day or two, and if he's not gonna be here for another week, we might miss him.
Yeah, we might not meet him until Fire Day. Yeah.
Yeah, but if Leon vouches for him, and you think he might be all right,
I'm giving him a shot. I'm gonna meet him. I'll see how it goes. If I get bad vibes from him, he's out the door.
Yeah. If you get bad vibes from him, go hit up Ogden. Because Ogden, he likes to keep stuff on. I will say, always check in with the guard if you think something, any shenanigans might be going on, especially with somebody from out of town.
All right, I'll keep that under advisement.
All right, well, and I'm gonna do the clasping arms thing. I appreciate it. You've been good, just like your father was good, and I said I'll be back hopefully in a month, hopefully sooner, and hopefully things will be all right.
All right, just let us know. We'll cover the shifts, and I'll let Leon know what's going on. Honestly, we can do without it on moon days. We're not very busy those days, so if he needs a couple days off, he'll be good until we figure out what we're gonna do in the meantime. I need him here on Fire Day nights. No missing that. That's the busy night.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna say, and by you saying Pebble and Penny taking up shifts, I hope to gods you do not mean them running the door, because they would not last 2 seconds if they gotta get any shenanigans.
Oh my god, they would break it. Someone looking at them wrong. No, they're running the tables.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Now they're picking up tables.
All right.
So honestly, truly, I maybe even could pull if any of the barmaids are interested in cooking, I might be able to pull Crispin from the back on a night if Leon needs a break. We'll be good. Yeah. Don't you worry.
All right. And then he's gonna say, all right, well, before I go, I know you hide a bottle of the good stuff in your desk, so let's get one for the road.
Oh, let's do it, man. Kind of scrambles around.
The good stuff.
Pulls, turns around, goes in his little chest bottom drawer, pulls out this bottle of. Why don't you describe what is in the bottle?
So it is a brown liquid, like dark brown, like almost black. And when the cork is popped, you get this oak woodsy type smell that starts filling the immediate area
this
right
one's
away.
A good one.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Please tell me the bottle has a picture of an orc with a little snag.
It's Lockjaw's good stuff. This is the RBCU, remember?
RBCU, baby.
Pours you the good stuff.
All right, so then, so pours drink, and I say, to family.
And to your safety, my friend.
All right, and I'm gonna do the traditional dwarven cheer of Nostrovia.
Huzzah! All right, on that big drink, we sort of fade into this moment of all of our characters preparing themselves for doing this, for sort of coming together, for letting go of assumptions, for letting some possibilities happen. And is Olga meeting you there at dinner time, or is it just you folks?
I would assume, since she's going to be coming with us.
She was asked to come.
I mean, I don't want to speak to everybody. Yeah, that we had that conversation about what we were doing.
Yeah, I think they mentioned something about meeting up later, at least.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would have thought we would have all had that conversation because I think we all went outside to look at the docks in the morning.
I think so. Okay. All right. So with this mention of, that we're going to come together right around dinner time in the market square and let everyone know what our plans are. Everyone has sort of closed up their affairs in Hazelport, and our party is apparently off on a big adventure. We have a lot of fun and exciting things for you coming up. But unfortunately for now, it is time to get back to the real world. Boo. Super boo, because this is a lot of fun. I really love, as much as I love this going back and forth in moments with the party, I also love when you guys are together way more. But it's super fun to kind of like see these little dynamics, because it's like itchy, because the party doesn't know that Olga called Penelope, and Roland knows Pebble and Penny, and blah blah blah. So it's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Little things that may come together when we're talking on the boat, or who knows. But coming soon, a fun trip for the Reality Break crew.
So do we do
I'm on a boat.
now? Do we go?
I'm on a boat. Take a good hard
I hope
look.
it's not like that.
Take a good hard look, because I'm sailing on a boat.
Oh, and I have to go to our special ending screen. So we had some wonderful things happening tonight. We had some subs happening tonight. We had some raids happening tonight. Let's see. SGD, nope, that was before. All right, Crescent Tides raids us. HBMW, that's Tony, gave us a sub. Vegas Stoddle gave us a sub and said, hey everyone, what's good? So we've had a bunch of friends come in tonight. We had a lot of fun tonight. I know when these sessions get super roleplay heavy, it can sometimes get slow, but it's so much fun to watch you guys pick these little things out. So I love it. Christy got some inspiration for her wonderfulness tonight, and I would also like to hand out some inspiration to Tony tonight for his sort of going in between one mode to another, going from dad and husband into that conversation with his boss. I really want to make inspiration a habit. At least once per session, I want to be handing out inspiration. And if you had birthday or prologue inspiration, then any inspiration you are given, any one other inspiration can stack. It can be waiting on deck. Other than that, unfortunately, if you didn't use your inspiration and I gave you inspiration again, you can only have one. So let me know if that ever happens so that I can give it to someone else, so we're not kind of quote-unquote wasting it. But as we get through the birthday and prologue inspiration, because those are special and I don't want those to feel like you have to use them kind of thing, or they can't stack kind of thing. I believe, has everyone used their prologue inspiration?
No.
You have not? Everyone but Bill? Claire, did you? No. So Claire and Bill. Ooh, Claire has birthday and prologue. So Claire, technically, then we can't necessarily give you one on deck either. So use that inspiration. Oh, that was a loud clap. Holy fuck. Use that birthday inspiration, and next time use that prologue inspiration. Get some rolls. I haven't given you any rolls, so that's partially on me. All right, who are we rating tonight, my friends? Who's on?
I leave that to you.
All right, let's look. I guess we're gonna look for who's on Dungeons and Dragons because we actually don't have anyone we follow. Oh, is Reality Break not following D&D 4 Awesome?
Maybe.
Let's see who's D&D 4 Awesome.
I don't know. I don't remember.
They're not live. Okay.
Maybe I need to.
And shout out to Dee for her truly authentic hiccuping.
That was amazing.
I'm very proud.
Listen, call out all those amazing things.
You're
guys
like
are great.
you're like a sound effects machine. I love it.
I am a musician.
You
Yeah.
all are excellent, excellent role players. It is a pleasure to watch you role play, to be a part of it. It's amazing. I am going to. We're gonna pick somebody who has low viewers for D&D. So warning, this is a random raid. Just to
Random raid,
just in case.
We gotta love the random raids. We're
just
going
get
to
content.
meet a new friend, maybe hang out. We don't know, but it'll be.
It'll be awesome. And we're gonna go to let's roll
It will at
20.
least be very
Let's roll 20. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. Let's roll 20 with some awesome tags. So let us.
I got a 14.
We're gonna raid our hopefully soon to be new friends. Let's roll 20. We'll see how they're doing. And we so appreciate your presence. We appreciate your company. We have so much fun doing this, and we are so happy you are here. Check us out on TikTok. Check it. Oh, we need a raid message. I will get a command for that. Throw some of our emotes in the chat if you have them. Otherwise, send everybody some natural 20 energy. Right? Sending nat 20s.
Let's go.
Reality Break is bringing nat 20s. That's what we're bringing. All right. You can catch our
That's our
replays
thing.
over on
That's
YouTube.
our rated message officially.
Yes, yeah. Reality
Let's go.
20. Reality Break 20 is bringing natural 20s. Catch our replays over on YouTube. Please go over on TikTok and follow us so you can catch mostly Christy being live and amazing stuff to see. Get your box from Dragon's Nest Delivery if you want that. Check out Hexwood Creation, and we will see you next Tuesday around 8 p.m. Eastern. Bye, everybody. We love you.
TTFN. Ta-ta for now. The wonderful thing about Tigger is that Tigger's a wonderful thing. The top's made out of rubber.